to prove that I am not the cannon fodder villain destined to be trampled by the protagonist. Having transmigrated for over 10 years, I not only avoided all the main plot lines, but even feigned illness to skip the Immortal Seed conference, and even took my master's iron fists willingly, just to avoid having any connection with the protagonist group. Yet at this moment I have been personally dragged to the conference site by my master, sitting in a corner munching on small snacks, watching that man destined to be the protagonist, wreaking havoc on the stage. Senior brother, the Immortal Seed conference ends today. Master wants you to show your face. Zhu Huai's voice came from outside the bamboo hut. I picked my nose, and flicked it away with maximum force. A tiny spark burned it to nothing with a swoosh. If you only listen to my voice and look at my appearance, I am indeed associated with words like cold and aloof. But as for my behavior and personality, not to say we are completely different, they are just totally unrelated. I cannot be blamed for this. Who told me to be a transmigrator? Which one of the tens of thousands of transmigrators isn't of dragon and phoenix stature? It's just that they are a bit tragic. If I avoid the prescribed plot lines, can I avoid the connections with them? I laid on the bench in front of the bamboo hut, turning into a puddle of unknown liquid, greedily enjoying the sunshine. I plan to go later. How much later? It all depends on when the sky turns dark. Having transmigrated for over 10 years, I have figured out that I am in a dog-blooded Xianxia novel. It's outrageous. I am the villain who framed the protagonist to seize the beautiful master, used emotional cards to bewilder the cold and glamorous senior sister, seduced the second junior sister and the youngest junior sister, only to be exposed by the protagonist one by one, my cultivation base abolished, and reduced to a stray dog on the side of the road. Today is the Immortal Seed conference. The protagonist Long Zetian will stand out from the crowd, displaying super excellent cultivation talent, successfully catching the eye of the peak master of Tianyun Peak, moving into the Tianyun Peak that tens of thousands of disciples yearn for, which is also the beginning of our love and hatred. Sigh. Dog-blooded plot. Outrageous life. Ah. I opened my sleepy eyes. Drool was still flowing down. Zhu Huai leaned over immediately. Senior brother, you are awake. Master ordered that you must be present before it ends. Otherwise, he will reward you with a meal of loving iron fists. The noisy clamor of the surroundings instantly flooded into my ears. The gazes of the sect master, peak masters, and elders on the high platforms converged on me. I smiled calmly and held my forehead. Hee, still dreaming, scaring myself. Don't look at me being so calm. My inner self is full of question marks. Cold sweat soaked my back. My hands with nowhere to rest betrayed me. How is this different from being carried to the school gate by parents when I don't want to get up for school? It is of social death level. Senior brother, master is looking at you. Zhu Huai's soft words fell into my ears, worse than a demon's whisper. I am not hungry, thank you, responding randomly as if I read it. If my choice was not wrong, could I wander the world? 2 lines of tears flowed down from the corners of my eyes. The melancholy temperament was displayed to the fullest. If I wasn't tied up, thud. A fist of love wrapped in affection immediately greeted. On my hard skull, my head almost twisted into a ball. You little brat. Skipping the Immortal Seed conference repeatedly these days, making this old man los. All his face. You have the nerve to say I give you the cold shoulder. Mo Yen pinched my face with one hand. You are a foundation establishment cultivator. What are you afraid of sickness for? Look, who is giving who the cold shoulder? I chose to remain silent. Then he let go of his palm. Our Tianzhu Peak has few people. You have to help me pick disciples. Isn't it because of you? You old geezer. I muttered under my breath. Okay master. Disciple will definitely complete the task. Changing my face as quickly as I do, I took Zhu Huai far away from the podium, slumping in a corner of the conference eating small snacks, watching while eating. At this moment, a crisp and pleasant voice came. Xian Yi, do you see any suitable candidates? Peak master of Tianyun Peak, Xiao Hongya, walked over slowly, followed by 2 girls with beauty that could topple nations. The youngest peak master in history, the only person in the past 1,000 years with hope of breaking the boundary and becoming an eternal true immortal. She has the grace of saving my life. Senior aunt. I stood up and saluted. My attitude was polite, not daring to be negligent at all. Precisely because she saved me, the seed of karma has been planted. I must sever that invisible thread. She pulled me to sit down, instantly causing a stir among the disciples around. I stood up immediately. Thank you for your kindness, senior aunt. Disciple still has tasks from master. Cannot stay long. After saying that, I took Zhu Huai and moved to the other side. The moment she pulled me, 2 unfriendly gazes had already glanced over. Humph. Want to pull me into a high-end game to be abused? No way. Although you saved my life, but I have awakened. I am no longer the seasoning to enhance your relationship. The corners of my mouth couldn't help but curl up a bit. Then I looked up, and saw the boy who had just finished the test on the podium walking down the high platform. His gaze fell towards me without bias. He was surrounded by people, but he only took one look in my direction. There was no emotion in that look, just a fleeting glance. But my back was already cold. The protagonist Long Zetian has already chosen Tianyun Peak, and I was sitting exactly on the path he had to pass. That invisible plot line was tightening, and I, a transmigrator pretending to lie flat, just discovered that the position I was sitting in was exactly the endpoint where it tightened. First place of this Immortal Seed conference. Long Zetian. Lightning heavenly spiritual root. Upper class aptitude. upper class talent, possessing clear sword bones, may choose a master freely. Second place, Hua Huang, fire heavenly spiritual root, upper class aptitude and talent, possessing ancient divine beast phoenix blood, may choose a master freely. The presiding elder announced the rankings of those who passed the assessment in the Immortal Seed Conference in order. On the high platform, several peak masters of the Tianwu Immortal Sect looked at Long Zetian, who was standing tall in the venue. A faint golden light covered his body, making him look high-spirited. Extraordinary for a lifetime. The group of peak masters nodded with satisfaction. Not bad, not bad. This child's disposition, Dao heart, temperament, all meet the requirements of my peak. Why not let him worship under this old man's door? Guide him to become a new generation of elites. Have some shame. Which time didn't you want this or that? Such a good seed and you want to pick it. An elder retorted. His face was disdainful. So what? Who made this old man's strength high? Not convinced. Let's fight. The red-robed old man spoke immediately, showing off his fists from time to time. Humph. The person is the first place, has the right to choose a master independently. When is it your turn to shout here? The elder felt a bit weak and said, in terms of strength, he is really no match for this old man, and he is not as good as him in cultivation ability. The only qualification to be on par with him is the status of a peak master. Alright, stop arguing. Let the child choose for himself. The sect master spoke. All peak masters and elders fell silent instantly. Off the field, Long Zetian looked faintly at the powerful elders above. A refreshing smile could not help but hang on the corners of his mouth. He thought to himself, yes, 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 this is the gaze of being in the spotlight. Looking forward to my decision. Long Zetian, you may choose a master yourself. As the presiding elder's words fell, 12 stone pillars appeared in the venue. Each pillar was painted with men and women with different clothes and different appearances. They are the peak masters of the 12 peaks of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. If you have a favorite master, you only need to touch the stone pillar. Long Zetian pretended to look around, then supported his chin and pondered, as if it was difficult to choose, looking like he couldn't pick a qualified master. But in fact, it was not the case. From the beginning, he had a goal. It was only to avoid causing suspicion that he made an expression of difficulty in choosing. After a long period of thinking, Long Zetian went up and touched the stone pillar of Shao Hongye of Tianyun Peak. For a time, the red light was blazing, covering the entire venue. After the light dissipated, Shao Hongye had arrived. As drawn on the stone pillar, she is very beautiful. 3,000 green silks fluttered in the wind. Exquisite face. Extreme features. Every part looked like a perfect work carved by heaven's own hands, especially those red eyes, rippling with little ripples, deep and affectionate like maple leaves, involuntarily making people fall deep into them. For a time, these boys and girls in the field were stunned, all marveling at Shao Hongye's beauty, and deep in it, unable to extricate themselves. Disciple Long Zetian, greetings to master. Long Zetian knelt down. His loud voice woke up their minds, and pulled them back to reality. Shao Hongye has a kin, D of charm, that can attract others without them knowing. Higher level people are better. Like these little dolls, they simply cannot resist. There is a saying, when you are choosing a master, the master is also testing you. Do not ever think that the trial is over. Coincidentally, Long Zetian knew the method to break it. The reason is none other than, he had experienced this little trick of his previous life once already. The second time it would absolutely not work. You, very good, able to be unaffected by external forces. This venerable is willing to become your master. The crisp voice was pleasant to the ear, coupled with that outrageous beauty. How many people's dream lover is she again? Thank you, master, for the perfection. Long Zetian was neither humble nor pushy, as calm as before, but inside he was excited. Another encounter in this life. Master, she is still as heart-movingly beautiful. Follow this venerable and leave. See your fellow disciples. Yes, master. After saying that, Long Zetian followed behind Shao Hongye, lightly smelling the fragrance coming from the master. His thoughts drifted into his own world. The first place of the Immortal Seed Conference has already chosen a master. The other disciples also started to choose one after another. It's just that most people don't have the strength of the top 3 to be able to choose a master independently. They can only be taken back to the mountain peaks after being confirmed by each peak master. By the way, the second place, Hua Huang, also worshipped under Tianyun Peak. This is an event not mentioned in the original plot. It is only known that she joined under the Tianhua Peak, becoming a new generation of elites at Tianhua Peak. Wang Xuanyi looked at the girl with red hair and a slightly irritable temper, and fell into thought. Could it be that the plot has deviated? Forget it. Never mind it. Anyway, I am not a disciple of Tianyun Peak. They love to play. Let them play. I will continue my retirement life. Wang Xuanyi, who couldn't figure it out, abandoned thinking. He has no connection with Tianyun Peak. The only relationship is that Shao Hongye saved him, and brought him to the Tianwu Immortal Sect. Since it is the grace of saving a life, Wang Xuanyi has many ways to repay her. It just needs to wait for the plot. At that time, the karma between the two can be repaid, completely ending his end of dying miserably like a fool. Senior brother, are we really not picking disciples? Zhu Huai asked. He watched his senior brother's indifferent attitude, without any intention of picking disciples at all. He couldn't help but feel sad for him. Not picking, not picking. Others want, we cannot want anymore. Others don't want, we cannot want either. Wang Xuanyi responded lazily. But senior brother, there is no but. Heaven is big. Earth is big. Eating and sleeping are the biggest. Lest we recruit disciples with poor character, making our Tianzhu peak chaotic. Wang Shuani said indifferently. Living in Tianwu Immortal Sect for so long. Deception. Dog-blooded romance. Full hall of slander. What kind of plot hasn't he seen before? He doesn't want to get involved in those messy things. Especially Tianyun Peak. It's simply a den of poison. All kinds of poison. Beyond what ordinary people can withstand. Wang Shuani understands very well. He is just a mortal. Without high-level cultivation. And no superior brain. Naturally, he is not willing to be a sucker. Senior brother. Are you not afraid of Master's loving iron fists? Zhu Huai inquired. The old geezer has been beating me for more than 10 years. I have long been immune. After saying that, Wang Shuani did not forget to take out a string of crystal-clear snowfield grapes from his storage ring and eat them, passing some to Zhu Huai by the way, saying, "This thing is very helpful for your illness. Eat more, senior brother. I remember this is a rare item only found on the snowy peak in the northern continent. That place is so dangerous. How did you? Bought it for a lot of money on the black market. Just pay me back when you have money." Wang Shuani interrupted, then broke half and threw it into Zhu Huai's arms, saying, "Eat, eat. Don't think about this and that. Get over your illness first." Yes, the annoying Wang Shuani. After the Immortal Seed Conference ended, those who were selected, and those who were not selected, the mood they gained was different, especially Long Zetian and others. The mood need not be said. So happy they were almost flying to the sky. In this life, not only can I recapture the heart of the master and senior sisters, God has sent new girls over again. Hua Huang, whom I couldn't get in the previous life. Descendant of ancient phoenix blood. True immortal bloodline. Long Zetian's straight gaze was uncomfortable. Hua Huang crossed her eyebrows, and rebuked mercilessly. "TSK, what are you looking at? If you don't have a place for your eyes, throw them away." On the back of the crane, Hua Huang's angry shout attracted the attention of a few people in front. They turned around one after another, asking what happened. "Master, senior sister." Long Zetian just wanted to speak to admit his rudeness. Hua Huang said straightforwardly, "Senior sister, nothing." This kid's eyes were drifting around. "I scolded him a few times." Once these words came out, it instantly caused dissatisfaction in Lingningen, coldly saying, "Junior brother, you have just entered the mountain gate. You don't understand many rules. I can forgive your rudeness this time. I hope you don't make these mistakes again next time." "Okay, senior sister." Long Zetian saluted, but what he was thinking inside was, after unraveling your cold exterior in the previous life, you were more enthusiastic than anyone, more affectionate than anyone. In this life I can still do it, and even do it better. Senior sister. Junior brother is also a man. It's normal to like looking at beautiful opposite sex at this age. No need to make a big fuss about it. A voice came from Wen Sairu on the side, with a little smile on her face. A sentence, not only eased Hua Huang's mood, but also adjusted the tiny contradiction between the three. Can be called a master of chatting art. "Thank you, senior sister." Long Zetian saluted again. The Wen Sairu of the previous life was also like this. Beautiful and gentle. A goal pursued by countless cultivators, and the female lead that Long Zetian found hardest to capture. Don't look at her gentle and generous. In fact, she is guarded against everyone, always separated by an invisible veil. By the way, senior sister, how many people are there in our Tianyun Peak? After the interlude, Long Zetian asked. According to the memories of the previous life, there are only 7 disciples in Tianyun Peak, except for Wang Shuani and myself, who are male. The other 5 are all top-notch beauties. Therefore, in order to declare personal sovereignty, Wang Shuani and I fought for many years, finally ending up as a stray dog on the side of the road. Since I have been reborn, I guess Wang Shuani is also at Tianyun Peak. Wen Xining said softly, "Junior brother, there are only a few of us in Tianyun Peak." Then what about Wang Shuani? Long Zetian asked subconsciously. "A white-eyed wolf." Lingningen said coldly, "Senior brother Wang is a disciple of Tianzhu Peak. Why are you asking about him?" Wen Xining's answer was milder. The tone was also unhurried. "This name Wang Shuani is relatively special. To be precise, this person is quite special. His brain circuit is also surprisingly surprising. When Master picked him back to the sect initially, he did not choose to worship under Xiao Hongye's door. Instead, he was especially close to Mo Yen of Tianzhu Peak, calling him grandpa, one bite after another. This point made Master a little sad, and also made Lingningen call him a white-eyed wolf. Saved his life, yet being affectionate with others. This is no different from a white-eyed wolf. Ningen, be respectful, no matter what. Xian Yi is still your senior brother. Xiao Hongye, who hadn't spoken for a long time, spoke, coming out to defend Wang Shuani. "Master, that guy is really a white-eyed wolf. Why favor him?" Lingningen was puzzled. Every time Wang Shuani was mentioned, Master always had a doting look, as if that guy was Master's illegitimate child. Doted on him to no end. The previously irritable Hua Huang closed her mouth, quietly waiting for gossip, completely without the attitude and temperament of being a young lady, although she didn't know who Wang Shuani was. But this did not prevent her from eating melons. This venerable did not favor him. Just feel that there is a master-disciple fate with that child. No master-disciple portion. Should give more care. Xiao Hongye said indifferently. Since Master said so, the few of them couldn't comment anymore. Wang Shuani is a child she watched grow up, no matter what. He is also an unlisted disciple under her door. It is normal to give some more care. Has that child been hiding from this venerable in recent years? Xiao Hongya muttered to herself. Ever since Lin Ong left for love, Wang Xuanyi rarely appeared in public occasions, especially towards the disciples of Tianyun Peak. His avoidance was disguised. For example, in the martial arts arena, meeting Leng Ningen and others, he slipped away directly. Even if he carried the insults of 10,000 people, he didn't want to appear in front of them. Could it be that he is afraid of hurting the disciples of this venerable? Guilt is at work, Xiao Hongya thought to herself. Until they arrived at Tianyun Peak did she stop thinking. Tianyun Peak, as the name implies, the highest peak among the 12 main peaks of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. Clouds and mists surround it all year round. The towering mountain looks like an immortal ladder leading directly to the heavenly gate, so it was named Chaotian Cloud Ladder by predecessors. Later people took the two characters Tianyun as the main, and changed it to Tianyun Peak. Master, senior sister, I will take junior brother and junior sister to familiarize themselves with the environment first. When Xining said, Leng Ningen has a cold personality, not very suitable for bringing people around. Furthermore, when Xining also had a preliminary understanding of Hua Huang's personality, it is exactly the same as Leng Ningen, but also exactly the opposite. One is cold and sarcastic, one has a fiery temper, and the personality is a bit stubborn. It's like they were cut from the same mold. When Xining was afraid that the two would have conflicts, so she assumed the job of person in charge. Thank you for your hard work. This venerable still needs to attend the sect meeting, and will teach you Dao techniques tomorrow, Xiao Hongya said. Every time after the Immortal Seed Conference ends, the Tianwu Immortal Sect will always have routine meetings, summarizing the achievements of the Immortal Seed Conference, and future precautions. Go slowly, master. The four saluted in unison. Then, under their gaze, Xiao Hongya rode away on a crane. You stinky kid. This venerable is going to attend the sect meeting. Send these gifts to Tianyun Peak. Mo Yen waved his hand and threw out 1,000-year-old meat Ganoderma, marrow cleansing pill, qi gathering pill, and a series of cultivation items that Wang Xuanyi was not very interested in. Hey, if you want to go, go yourself. I am not going, Wang Xuanyi muttered. He already had the intention of avoiding Tianyun Peak. His own master likes to let him send warmth. Isn't this completely contrary to his idea of saving his life? TSK, are you looking for a beating? Mo Yen clicked his tongue, rolled up his sleeves, grabbed Wang Xuanyi's collar, and said, your Xiao senior aunt has the grace of saving your life. Today, she has received an intelligent disciple. Reasonably, you should send a thin gift. Stop blathering there. Understood. I will go, won't I? This is like it. Mo Yen let go of Wang Xuanyi, then flew towards the main peak of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. Coming here. Can't leave. Senior brother, why are you hiding from the people of Tianyun Peak? On the way to Tianyun Peak, Zhu Huai finally couldn't help but ask. He has seen everything his senior brother has done over the years. It is not an exaggeration to say that he is deliberately avoiding Leng Ningen and others, even in public occasions. Zhu Huai, you don't understand. That group of people at Tianyun Peak are ruthless people who eat people without spitting out bones. If I, senior brother, get involved, in minutes, I will become a stray dog on the side of the road, die without a burial place, Wang Xuanyi said. His face was extremely calm, making people unable to figure out whether he was joking or serious, just like his strength, always unpredictable. Oh, then junior brother won't ask. Good junior brother. Senior brother didn't love you in vain. Regarding Zhu Huai's understanding, Wang Xuanyi gave a thumbs up, praising him without hesitation. From Tianzhu Peak to Tianyun Peak, a sword flight of only a few minutes, was made into dozens of minutes by Wang Xuanyi. On the way, he was not having a stomachache. Then he had a stomachache, or he was going into devilry from cultivation, thinking of ways to get Zhu Huai to send these gifts over. However, Zhu Huai had orders. He only said one sentence. Master asked you to send it yourself. I am responsible for supervision, and will inquire about senior sister Leng and them afterwards. If you escape now. This sentence was pinned to death, making Wang Xuanyi curse a sentence. Old geezer, you really know me well. At the peak of Tianyun Peak, large wooden houses with several small wooden houses, looking exactly like the architectural style of a mother with her children, looking out of place with Xiao Hongya's identity. But that is other people's business. Wang Xuanyi can't manage it. He just wanted to finish delivering the goods quickly, and go back to have a good sleep. He won't think about anything else, and dare not think about it. Knock knock. The people eating in the main room heard the knocking, and were slightly stunned. Only Xiao Hongya spoke. Xian Yi, come in. Hearing Xiao Hongya's voice from the room, Wang Xuanyi was stunned for a moment, then bit the bullet and pushed open the door. Saluting. Disciple Wang Xuanyi. Greetings to senior aunt. Disciple Zhu Huai. Greetings to senior aunt. Both saluted at the same time, but Zhu Huai was significantly calmer than Wang Xuanyi. Exempt from saluting. Have you eaten? This venerable brought some cooked food from outside today. Do you want to eat some together? Xiao Hongya inquired. She heard the purpose of the two coming from Mo Yen. For this reason, Xiao Hongya, who should have returned to the peak long ago, bought some mortal food from within the immortal gate, waiting for this awkward boy to come to the door. Leng Ningen and the others definitely wanted to speak, but master spoke. As disciples, they naturally could not speak anymore. Hua Huang finally saw the protagonist of today's topic. She was very curious. What kind of person can attract the attention of several people? Old geezer, you even calculated this. Wang Xuanyi cursed in his heart. The sect meetings in previous years didn't end without 1 or 2 hours. Why so fast this time? At the same time, he was speechless about Mo Yen understanding his personality. That old guy studied him quite thoroughly, simply calculating the time when Wang Xuanyi arrived at Tianyun Peak. If I had known, I wouldn't have dawdled. Should have just come directly. Although he was dissatisfied inside, but Wang Xuanyi was still polite. Senior Aunt. Disciple follows the order of master. To celebrate Senior Aunt for receiving the dragon and phoenix twins, specially let the disciple send some thin gifts. Hope Senior Aunt will not decline. You ask me if I am hungry. I answer you whether I receive or not. Anyway, I don't want to have too much contact with you, lest I get contaminated by karma. Of course, the most surprising thing was Long Zetian. He never thought he could meet Wang Xuanyi in this way. A bit surprised. Reasonably speaking, Wang Xuanyi would definitely look for trouble, framing himself, then be discovered by himself, and expose his crimes to the public. That would be right. Why is this suddenly so polite, making Long Zetian feel a bit strange? Zetian, Hua Huang, still not thanking your senior brother and elder Mo Yen. Xiao Hongye spoke. Yes, the two received the initiation gifts, and saluted in unison. Thank you, senior brother and elder Mo Yen, for your love. It's okay. Everyone is a disciple of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. No need to be polite. Wang Xuanyi quickly pulled the two up. Just when he started to say, since the task, Xiao Hongye interrupted immediately. Since junior brother Mo Yen has a gift, this venerable naturally cannot treat the juniors coldly. Then ordered, Shi Ning, go add 2 pairs of bowls and chopsticks. Yes, master. Between words, without giving Wang Xuanyi any chance to react. No, brother, you, I. Wang Xuanyi called out, oh my god, in his heart. Tens of thousands of alpacas were galloping past. Then, junior won't be polite. Huh. The last 2 laughs were a bit forced. The voice was also trembling a bit. The protagonist and heroines are almost complete. Just missing the 2 youngest junior sisters, sitting in front of the protagonist now, eating a meal. Isn't that just pure suicide? Damn old geezer. You will lose your cutest disciple forever. Wang Xuanyi clenched his fists, cursing inside. In the distance, the old geezer who had just returned to Tianzhu Peak. No, Mo Yen, sneezed for no reason, thinking about who was scolding him. Then he continued to taste the green bamboo wine hidden under his disciple's bamboo house, drinking while praising. Wang Xuanyi's brewing method is really not bad. On the Tianyun Peak side, compared to Wang Xuanyi's pretended calmness, junior brother Zhu Huai was very stable in his emotions and all aspects from entering the door to sitting down. Forget it. Since here, eat it. Whatever. Anyway, I'm not familiar with them. Just a meal. It won't involve karma. After giving himself high comfort in his heart, Wang Xuanyi wanted to sit between Zhu Huai and Long Zetian. Unexpectedly, he was pulled over by Xiao Hongye, and sat down happily. At the dinner table, some people are silent, some are speaking. Hua Huang is expectantly waiting for the gossip. Facing such an atmosphere, Wang Xuanyi stopped speaking, focusing on eating. Like a hungry ghost reincarnated, Lang Ningen felt disdain in her heart. Wang Xuanyi's eating manner was very inconsistent with his appearance, wearing an outrageous face, but his eating manner was so unbearable, ruining such a good skin. Zhu Huai kept adding vegetables and rice for his senior brother, without any sign of disgust. Instead, wearing a fangirl-like smile. Don't know if it was infected, or if he was hungry. Xiao Hongye and the others looked at Wang Xuanyi's appearance of swallowing like a beast. Actually had a trace of hunger, feeling the food was very fragrant. Woo! Wang Xuanyi didn't be polite either. Picked up a piece of lean meat and stuffed it into Zhu Huai's mouth, saying with bulging cheeks, Zhu Huai, this meat is good. Great tonic for the body. You eat more. Give me the fatty parts. You take the lean parts. Woo! Thank you, senior brother. Zhu Huai tasted it carefully, in the spirit of not being able to leave, eating as much as possible, and disgusting you to death. Wang Xuanyi didn't care about his image at all, eating on his own, saying, good wine, good wine. This wine really has a kick. In the wine cellar, Mo Yen was intoxicated by this, forgetting the time, drinking very happily. He didn't worry at all that Wang Xuanyi would come back, because he couldn't come back for the time being. Besides having to eat and stay overnight at Tianyun Peak, he also arranged a task. After a set of combined punches, it will take at least half a month or so to come back. That kid is really. Tianyun Peak has few people, but high quality. Wouldn't it be better to marry a wife as soon as possible? Let me, the old man, hold my great-grandson early. You say, why don't you get it? Seeming to feel that someone was mentioning him, Wang Xuanyi, who was eating, trembled violently. A coldness for no reason spread throughout his whole body. Xian Yi, junior brother Mo Yen asked this venerable to send a message. Arranged a task for you. Xiao Hongye tasted a bite of food, and then said what Mo Yen said. Wang Xuanyi stopped eating, respectfully said, disciple knows. May I ask what the task is? Disciple will go deal with it immediately. Not in a hurry. Go after finishing the meal. Oh, after saying that, Wang Shuani sat down again, unexpectedly. A sentence from Xiao Hongye made him break his defense on the spot, almost fainted, only to see Xiao Hongye say unhurriedly, Shi Ning, this task is a bit dangerous. This venerable hopes you can go with Xian Yi to temper your cultivation. Thud. Wang Shuani trembled, and sat on the floor, his cheeks stuffed full, staring at Xiao Hongye with dull eyes, as if asking, are you kidding me? Yes. When Shi Ning agreed without hesitation, she had just broken through the foundation establishment realm. Her realm was not very stable. Urgent need for some training to temper herself. It didn't matter who she went with. It's just seeing senior brother Wang's flustered appearance. Could it be that this task is unusually dangerous? When Shi Ning comforted, senior brother, Shi Ning still has some strength. Won't let you get into trouble. Little sister, you are the biggest danger. Wang Shuani roared in his heart, but didn't dare to speak. After swallowing the food in his mouth, he laughed with his skin but not his heart. Then please take care of junior sister. No need to be polite between fellow disciples. During the two's greetings, Lang Ningan's face became colder and colder. Master is deliberately letting Wen Xining help Wang Shuani, this white-eyed wolf. As for Long Zetian, he didn't worry about his wives and concubines of the previous life being abducted by Wang Shuani. After all, he mastered a large number of future event trends, and also understood Wen Xining's personality very well. Not the type to dedicate her body after saving her life. Wen Xining is more stubborn than Xiao Hongye. Even if the other party is kind to her, if she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. Even if it's life for life, she would absolutely not fall in love with the other party. Capturing Wen Xining is a long and boring process. This time returning from rebirth, Long Zetian was considering whether to capture Wen Xining. He showed favor for thousands of years in the previous life before moving her, before he could make it a reality, before the rice was cooked into rice. An accident occurred. For this reason, Long Zetian decided to abandon Wen Xining, change to another one and try. After all, among his wives and concubines group, there are too many the same as Wen Xining. He simply doesn't lack this one. The main purpose is still Xiao Hongye and Lang Ningen. These two people are of great help to his cultivation. Master, I have a matter to ask. Finally, Lang Ningen couldn't help but speak. Looking at her disdainful and cold attitude, Wang Shuani felt like he had seen a savior. Looking at her hopefully, although it was only a moment, it was still captured by Xiao Hongye. Xiao Hongye temporarily gave up thinking. Instead, asked Lang Ningen, saying, what is the matter? Master, forgive this disciple for being straightforward. Senior brother Wang has low strength, and still stays in the qi refining realm. This was originally senior brother's trial. If forced to intervene, would it make senior brother's cultivation stop progressing? Lang Ningen's words were all true, word by word, like a cold wind howling past, making people feel cold. Yes, 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 say just that. My strength is low. Hurry up and let me handle the task alone. Go early and return early. That's fair for me. Wang Shuani hugged his chest, nodding approvingly. Who knew? Xiao Hongye countered. No harm. This task is relatively dangerous. It is also an opportunity for Xining. Don't worry about strength. Besides, your senior brother is not in the qi refining realm. Like your junior sister, he has broken through to the foundation establishment realm, and even earlier than you. One sentence not only made Lang Ningen silent. Long Zetian and the others also looked at the calm Wang Shuani with shock, re-evaluating him. What? He is earlier than me. Lang Ningen didn't believe it. Wang Shuani is 2 years younger than her, 1 year younger than Wen Xining. Cultivation time is also several years later than her and the others. How could he be the first to build a foundation before them? Do you have the ability to doubt what this venerable says? Xiao Hongye said indifferently. Why? Then looked at Wang Shuani. She had no reason to lie. Wang Shuani's cultivation talent is good, and his bone quality is also good. It's just that his spiritual roots are a bit poor. Otherwise, he is very likely to break the records of previous cultivators. Achievement of Golden Core Realm before the age of 20. Cultivator realms from low to high. Qi refining. Foundation establishment. Purple mansion. Golden core. Nascent soul. Deification. Return to void. Integration. Tribulation. Mahayana. Among which each layer of realm is divided into 9 small realms. Every 3 layers represent the initial, middle, late stages, and the great perfection entered after the 9 layers. Senior ant. No need to see through the junior's realm. Wang Shuani smiled awkwardly. The breath he emitted to the outside was qi refining level 8, keeping his foundation establishment cultivation. As for his true cultivation, I'm afraid no one knows until he speaks. This is also something Zhu Huai has always been curious about. Senior brother appears happy-go-lucky on the surface, a bit dull and stupid, but in reality, no one can see through him, always shrouded in a layer of mist. Unfathomable. You juniors all like to hide your cultivation. The purpose is to avoid attracting others' attention. It is actually this venerable who neglected your feelings. Xiao Hongye said indifferently. It is neither an apology, nor guilt, but a very delicate balance. He. It is nothing, senior aunt. We are all disciples of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. It is actually the nephew who has lost track of his status. Wang Shuani responded with a chuckle. He didn't have the guts to contradict Xiao Hongye. Even if the old man came, he couldn't beat her. It is better to admit it generously, to avoid arousing the suspicion of this old woman. After this little episode, there was no appetite for the meal. Rather than this, it would be better to just leave. Wang Shuani said immediately. Thank you, senior aunt, for the hospitality. The nephew is already full. Please tell the nephew the location of this task and the arranged matters. Xiao Hongye was stunned. What does this mean? She knows very well how Wang Xuanyi and junior brother Mo Yen get along. The two often make noise at the dinner table, even physical altercations. Although Wang Xuanyi is the one getting beaten, often eating while being beaten, even being beaten until his head looks like a pig's head, he still has the mood to eat. Sometimes a large piece of Mo Yan's beard would be pulled off by Wang Xuanyi. Both have their disheveled sides, but the atmosphere between the two has never been so cold. And Xian Yi is too restrained in front of her. Is this right, senior aunt? The nephew is too full, going to digest after the meal. I will wait for junior sister when Xining outside the hut. After saying that, Wang Xuanyi bowed and smiled, then left the wooden hut. Seeing this, Zhu Huai stood up and saluted, and followed behind. To her, for him, where senior brother is, he is there, except for missions. With Wang Xuanyi's departure, the atmosphere at the dinner table dropped to freezing point again. Xiao Hongye no longer had the intention to taste, but focused on whether she had said something wrong just now. Leng Ningen was even more so. She doesn't understand how Wang Xuanyi, a mixed spiritual root, with only a little cultivation talent, could stand shoulder to shoulder with herself in such a short time, and even surpass her. Could it be that he held back during the last martial arts competition? Leng Ningen became more angry as she thought about it. The icy chill on her face became increasingly heavy. Ahaha, master, senior sister, this food is really delicious. The more Long Zetian spoke, the smaller his voice became, even to the point of being unheard. Obviously, he does not possess the temperament of an atmosphere maker. Master, disciple is also full. Please inform the disciple of the mission details, so I can discuss with senior brother. Seeing there was no sound in the wooden house, when Xining broke the silence. What happened just now was too complicated. Not only did it disrupt senior sister Leng's mood, but it also damaged senior brother Wang's reputation. Now what can be done is to accept the mission, and enlighten senior brother Wang on the way. This venerable knows. After saying that, Xiao Hongye took out the mission arranged by Mo Yen for Wang Xuanyi today, and conveyed it to Wen Xining via voice transmission, saying, Xining, this mission is very dangerous. Must protect yourself well. If something happens that you cannot handle, contact this venerable in time. As for Xian Yi, keep an eye on him. That child has a simple heart. I am afraid he will go astray. Yes, disciple will follow master's orders. After Wen Xining received the mission, she also left the wooden house. Afterwards, Xiao Hongye cleared away the food, and instructed the two newly entered disciples on how to embark on the path of cultivation, how to practice correctly, and taught the basic methods of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. Gate of Tianwu Immortal Sect. Many fellow disciples come and go. Some just returned from trials outside, some just preparing to go out for trials. Bid farewell to those close to them one after another. Although Tianwu Immortal Sect is one of the top sects on the continent, it will not interfere with disciples' trials privately. Therefore, it will not take excessive protective measures, except for inner sect disciples and some beloved ones. This also leads to a large number of outer sect disciples and elders with insufficient strength falling in the wild every year. No way. Cultivation requires resources. The Tianwu Immortal Sect will allocate resources every month according to the disciples' cultivation realm. Many disciples can only risk taking Immortal Sect missions to earn cultivation resources. Therefore, every time they go out on a mission, they will make preparations in advance, just in case. Similarly, Wang Xuanyi is no exception. Oh my, always going through the back door to go out to complete missions. Seeing it for the first time at the front door, there is always an unspeakable feeling. Wang Xuanyi sighed. In order to reduce contact with people from Tianyun Peak, since he was young, he was determined to dig holes, use the back door, be thrown out. A series of exaggerated and sick ways of going out. Senior brother, you are used to sneaking around, treating yourself like a thief, occasionally being open and above board, always feeling like being caught on the spot. Zhu Huai on the side calmly stated this feeling. That's true. Ha. Wang Xuanyi scratched the back of his head heartlessly, enjoying the fun of bickering with Zhu Huai. Senior brother, I'm ready. We can set off. At this time, when Xining walked down from the sword, every step caused ripples in the air. Her outstanding beauty instantly attracted many disciples to stop and watch. Let's go. Wang Xuanyi took out an iron sword, but walked off the sword when preparing to leave. Getting close to Zhu Huai's ear, whispered, Junior brother, senior brother's refrigerator in the room has crystal grapes that suppress your symptoms, and some elixirs. If senior brother cannot return for a long time, remember to take medicine on time. Must not cultivate blindly. Got it. The exhaled hot air made Zhu Huai's ear roots turn red. A blush also appeared on her fair face. Although she tried her best to suppress it, it was still revealed. Junior brother knows. Thank you, senior brother, for your concern. Zhu Huai responded softly. Wang Xuanyi patted him on the shoulder, saying, Zhu Huai, brother is leaving. Tianzhu Peak is temporarily troubled by you. Zhu Huai did not respond, but nodded heavily, then ran back to Tianzhu Peak as if fleeing, and burrowed into Wang Xuanyi's quilt. Senior brother. At this moment, Zhu Huai no longer has the steadiness of a boy. The posture of a little girl is fully displayed. Zhu Huai is actually a woman, stripping away clothing and appearance. The country-toppling beauty began to emerge. Pure appearance, exquisite features, dark and beautiful hair scattered behind her. A pair of peach blossom blossom eyes that hook souls are reflected in the pupils. Anyone who sees her will fall deeply into Zhu Huai's pure eyes for no reason. Too pitiful, like a shy tender flower, making people feel protective, wanting to cherish her growth. Precisely because of this, Zhu Huai shows herself as a man. The disguise secret technique she possesses is the unparalleled Yijinjing. Cultivators under the deity transformation stage cannot see through her disguise at all. Even the unfathomable Wang Xuanyi. Of course, this kind of disguise secret technique is not enough in front of Xiao Hongya and a group of peak masters. It's just that they also chose to keep their mouths shut. Who told her to be the sect master's own daughter? Moreover, Zhu Huai's eyes are the source of her illness. With the growth of cultivation, the power brought by those eyes is too strong, hooking people, soul-snatching, deadly. Only extreme ice and extreme yang objects can suppress the charm emitted by these eyes and body. Otherwise, it is a natural succubus. He, senior brother is also too naive. Even warned me to enter the room only when the illness cannot be controlled. I won't. I will come in as soon as you leave. Zhu Huai poked her cute little head out from the quilt. Peach Blossom eyes looked left and right, then took a deep breath of air mixed with senior brother's scent, exposing a fangirl-like smile. By the way, senior brother's refrigerator. Zhu Huai then saw a huge piece of extreme cold ice hidden in the bamboo hut, exuding a rich extreme cold air. Zhu Huai acted like a thief, tiptoeing to open the refrigerator. There are 8 layers inside, with all kinds of frozen food and elixirs. Each food also has notes made by Wang Xuanyi. Crystal grape juice. Take 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening once each. Yuhan grass. The bottom layer of the refrigerator has ice spring water. Brew it and drink it. After the crystal grape juice is finished, use this kind of medicinal herb to assist. Extreme cold pill. All kinds of extreme cold objects are displayed in front of Zhu Huai. Thoughtfully noted the way of taking various items. At the same time, Zhu Huai also found a note on Wang Xuanyi's table. Written on it, extreme cold objects, not suitable to take too much. Otherwise, it is easy to accumulate cold air. Disadvantageous to future cultivation. Every 3 days, must soak in the hot spring in the bamboo forest. That is the pure yang object contained in the earth vein. Beneficial for cleaning the yin cold energy in the body. Senior brother. Zhu Huai looked at everything Wang Xuanyi did. Only then did she know that the food she usually eats, and items used, are all complementary. At that time, I just said one more sentence that I was sick. This is how I came to Tianwu Immortal Sect to find a cure for the disease. Need extreme yang and extreme cold objects to suppress the illness. Unexpectedly, senior brother has been keeping it in mind until now. I am sorry, senior brother. Clearly, I have the yin-yang stone given by my father to suppress the peach blossom eyes. Yet I still let senior brother worry until now. Really a bit sorry. But, senior brother is worried about me. Old man, you mean, many children have been snatched away here in the past month? Wen Xining asked patiently. 20 or 30 have already been snatched. The old man saw Wen Xining wearing the Tianwu Immortal Sect clothes, wearing the Tianwu Immortal badge. Only then did he tell the truth. In this past month, every 5 or 6 days, a group of strange people in black clothes come to the village. Each time they threatened with lives. Each time they took away 7 or 8 children. Didn't report to the official. Wen Xining asked. Mentioning this matter, the old man sighed heavily, saying, how could we not report it? But it's useless. Every time they come, they can't find anything. Return in failure. As time went on, they didn't believe it. So that's it. I see. Wen Xining's face was heavy, brows tightly locked. No useful clues could be obtained from the old man at all. Or rather, the clues told by other people in this village are the same. Only know that men in black will come to snatch children every time, and then inexplicably disappeared on the road. The breath and footprints all disappeared. It's no wonder the government couldn't find clues. Wen Xining also couldn't perceive any useful clues, even if she used tracking spells, using children's remains as a medium, to find the specific location. Unfortunately, it also failed. Fairy, is there any way to solve it? We don't want to live a life of fear anymore. The old man asked anxiously, like the last straw grasped before drowning, desperately pulling it. I will find a way to solve it. Don't worry. It was Wen Xining's first time encountering this situation, a bit unable to handle it. Sigh. Hearing this, after the old man sighed, he left, as if giving up hope. Wen Xining still wanted to stop him, but her outstretched hand stayed in midair. No clues. The enemy is unknown. Even on the mission given by Master, it only marked a large number of people missing in this area, suspected to be evil cultivators making trouble here. Sigh. Headache. Wen Xining rubbed her dizzy head and returned to the inn, poured herself a cup of hot tea. Only then did she relieve some troubles. Ever since coming to this place, she has been acting separately from Wang Xuanyi, investigating separately, sharing information through sound transmission stones. Unfortunately, days have passed. No progress at all. Even the men in black mentioned by the villagers did not appear, as if they knew there were cultivators here, and deliberately avoided it. Senior brother, do you have any clues worthy of attention over there? Mine is the same as 4 days ago. Can't ask any information about the mission. Only know that 20 or 30 children were snatched. At night, Wen Xining still sent information as usual. Same as you. No progress at all. Forget it. Let's give up. Find someone else to solve it. The cold voice of Wang Xuanyi came from the sound transmission stone. Just like meeting in the Tianwu Immortal Sect, Wang Xuanyi always maintained minimal contact. Even if Wen Xining doesn't speak, he cannot speak for days. And, Wang Xuanyi's attitude is also a bit different. How to say it? Much colder than in the Immortal Sect. Always have a sense of isolation that strangers should not enter. Acquaintances should not disturb. Completely different from when getting along with Zhu Huai. Most importantly, this is already the second time he said to give up this mission. Senior brother, Master warned me. Cultivators take subduing demons and protecting the path. Protecting the common people as their own responsibility. Absolutely cannot give up any fresh life at will. Wen Xining responded a bit angrily, then closed the sound transmission stone. She never expected the words to give up would come from an inner sect disciple. Simply lost face to the Immortal Sect. Afterwards, Wen Xining sat cross-legged, ate a bigu pill, relying on meditation to restore physical strength. When going out, Xiao Hongye repeatedly warned her disciples, the outside world is dangerous. Try to be fully prepared with bigu pills. Do not rely on food to replenish physical strength. Regarding this point, Wen Xining kept it in mind. On the other side, Wang Xuanyi, who finished the sound transmission, started eating kebabs in the mountains. What cumin, pepper powder, chili, etc. were all added by him. Eating that was simply refreshing. Hoo, must be the meat of the monster beast that has strength. Endless aftertaste when eating. Beside him, dozens of monster beast corpses have piled up. The pervasive bloody smell also scared the nearby insects and ants from approaching. Too scary. This man is too scary. Eating everything. Snake soup, steamed bear paw, charcoal grilled ant eggs, roasted lamb leg, lamb spine hot pot soup. There is nothing he dares not eat. Only what he cannot catch. Gurgle gurgle. After eating the meat, Wang Xuanyi drank a large gulp of iced wheat juice again, and issued a happy groan. Greatly satisfied the appetite. After eating and drinking enough, Wang Xuanyi casually pulled a dog's tail grass and held it in his mouth, lying on the tiger skin, enjoying the tranquility brought by the starlight bath. I thought Wen Xining was very powerful. Can't even solve such a small problem. Blame me for believing in Xiao Hongye's disciples too much. Need to reevaluate that group of people in the future. Wang Xuanyi complained lazily. The reason why he could contact this mission, and agreed to act with Wen Xining, partly comes from Xiao Hongye's majesty and the old man's selling of teammates. The second part. This does not belong to the mainline mission in the original book. Not even a mission. From the moment Long Zetian stepped into the Immortal Sect, the plot revolved around the Tianwu Immortal Sect, going out for missions and so on. Were all after reaching the 7th level of qi refining. So, Wang Xuanyi is not worried about the other party holding a grudge against himself, who told him to be just getting started. Furthermore, the original book mentioned, Long Zetian finally captured Wen Xining after experiencing thousands of years. After Leng Ningen and Xiao Hongye and capturing those two little junior sisters he had never met before, Wang Xuanyi suddenly remembered. That book had no follow-up. Things ended here. As for what kind of ending, he didn't know, because at that time, he had already come to this world. Completed rebirth. Damn heaven, you are even naughtier than me. When you come, be at peace. He still understands this truth. Since he came to this world, that means the story and plot lines have changed. How big the change is, still unknown. Forget it. Sleep first. Master Wang, who was busy all day, under the caress of insect chirps and breeze, fell asleep. As for Wen Xining, he didn't worry at all. Every day, he would quietly observe Wen Xining's movements and safety. Her sound transmission stone was also given by Wang Xuanyi, inside carved with many techniques, enough to support him to go. No way. Who told her to be Xiao Hongye's baby? In case something unexpected happens, that old woman wouldn't peel Wang Xuanyi's skin off. Furthermore, the old man at home wouldn't let him go either. No matter what, he couldn't let Wen Xining, an idiot, act alone. It's just that Wen Xining doesn't know. The sky was brightening. Wen Xining, who sat and practiced all night, took a long breath. The fatigue of yesterday dissipated a lot. Continue to investigate nearby today. If no relevant clues are obtained. No, I must be able to do it. Wen Xining seemed to have made up her mind, subconsciously clenched her fists, then got up and went to the nearby villages and wilderness to investigate. Village outskirts. Wen Xining carefully checked every clue, afraid of missing anything. Clues obtained in the past 2 days are very few. Only know that every time they come to snatch children, the other party will pass through this road, and then disappear. Unfortunately, no matter how to search, nothing wrong could be found. Who? Just when Wen Xining was distressed, a black gale whistled past, accompanied by bursts of strange and cold laughter, as if not something from the world of the living. Wen Xining had no time to think, immediately took out magic weapons to resist. But that cold, the mockery like a dead person from hell lingered in her ears. Suddenly looked you. Lifeless. Red round circles painted on both cheeks, exposing white teeth, a dead face exuding ghost laughter, as terrifying as a ghost story in a nightmare. Chi. Strange ghost laughter. Dead face that makes people cold, all stimulating Wen Xining's nerves, making her look at him unprepared. Hiss. Thud. Wen Xining took a cold breath, pupils dilated, stunned in place, then foamed at the mouth, fainted. She had never encountered this situation before. She handled, were all missions to clear monster beasts, never encountered this kind of thing that is like a human but not a human. When Wen Xining fainted, the sound transmission stone in her arms flashed a few times, then dimmed. At the same time, the black gale swept through the village. There was no more life to speak of. Even the sunshine in the sky was blocked by this wind. In an entire village, there was not a single living person. All were these half-dead ghost things. Pale cheeks without blood, wearing a white dead man's hat. Red round circles painted on both sides of the cheeks, exuding death air and strange laughter. Some of them had no heads. Some were holding their heads. Some were playing with black hearts. They danced strange steps around Wen Xining, making a sharp sound that was like laughter but not laughter. Afterwards, the men in black mentioned by the old man made their debut. For men with black death marks painted on their faces, dressed in tight black clothes. There was no expression on the pale and bloodless cheeks. They walked in the air, but left footprints, carried a black wooden coffin and swayed to the front of the fainted Wen Xining. The black wood coffin was written with a big funeral character with white items, and with the arrival of the 4 round whole white paper money drifted in the dim sky. Those villagers were still dancing. Then a strange Ona music sounded. Do. That was the accompaniment for the dead. Do not disturb the living. The next moment, Wen Xining was put into the black wooden coffin, and disappeared with the 4 men in black before the footprints mentioned by the village old man. Not even a breath. After the matter was finished, the village turned into a village. The dead turned into the living. Exactly the same as before when Xining explored information. Still that disgusting, uncomfortable village. On the other side, Wang Shuani opened his eyes suddenly, feeling that the prey was hooked. Wen Xining was the bait arranged by Wang Shuani. For this target, Wang Shuani had heard outer sect disciples mention it long ago, and paid attention to its movements. Many inner sect disciples had stumbled in the hands of this ghost thing, although there were spiritual tablets to protect them to return safely, but left an indelible impression and terrifying memories. Not a few went crazy. The Immortal Sect once sent a nascent soul-strong person to investigate. After several twists and turns, failed to find the place where this thing was hiding. Wang Shuani came alone several times. That thing wouldn't appear no matter what. Slippery like a loach. Couldn't catch its tail at all. The mission department reported to the sect master, hoping for peak master level strong persons to handle. Unfortunately, encountered the once-in-a-decade Immortal Seed Conference, temporarily unable to take care of it. For this, could only be temporarily shelved. Unexpectedly, this time it was taken over by the old man, finally returned to my hands. Really, God opened his eyes. Let me handle you. Dead thing. Wang Shuani laughed wildly. With a flash, came to the village where Wen Xining fainted. Unfortunately, the village is not a village, and there is no village. This place is extremely empty, not even the sound of insects and birds. Lonely and barren. Humph, what are you pretending? Do you think you can still run away? Open. Wang Shuani gave a drink. The dim sound transmission stone in Wen Xining's arms emitted little light. Finally the light was blazing, piercing some kind of restriction. At this time, the surrounding space distorted. The environment that was originally sunny turned into a dark and strange environment immediately, exuding death air. In front of him, a dead village appeared. No life to speak of. Hee. Does the guest want to stay? A waiter rubbed his hands and stepped forward to ask. Wang Shuani didn't bother to talk nonsense. With a bang, one hand pinched its head to burst, turned into powder and dissipated. A dead thing without even blood, daring to be fierce. Here, Wang Shuani said coldly. Seeing this, these walking corpses in front did not reserve anymore, turned into ghost faces again, sneering, twisting their strange bodies towards Wang Shuani. Humph. Wang Shuani snorted coldly, spitting out golden light, instantly covered the entire space. Any dead thing that touches the golden light, all turned into black mist and dissipated. In a breath, those half-dead things are gone. Do, following the sound of Swona. For men in black carrying a coffin appeared again, suddenly appeared in front of Wang Shuani. Afterwards, bodies were blasted one by one, without even a chance to resist. You come out, or should I pull you out? Wang Shuani's words echoed in this space. No one responded. After a few breaths, seeing no one responded, Wang Shuani, who was intending to break the method, a voice that sounded like neither male nor female echoed in the entire space. Junior, you have only foundation establishment cultivation, relying on magic weapons to kill a few of my dead things. What strength do you have to be arrogant? Suddenly, a round red ancient tripod appeared in this space, exuding strange and evil red light. Uncomfortable. Engraved on the tripod were all kinds of black ghosts, either bearing fangs and brandishing claws, or twisting their bodies, or devouring humans and animals. Extremely strange, extremely ominous. Little boy, seeing the true appearance of this old man, count yourself lucky for 3 lifetimes. In the tripod, blood rolling, human figure gradually solidified, is an old immortal with white robe and white hair, sitting in the center of the cauldron, surrounded by dozens of blood-colored little people, constantly leaping, dancing happy steps. I want to go home. Save me. I don't want to die. Twisted human face. Appeared from the tripod. That is the wailing of the living before death, and even more the essence blood condensed bit by slaughtering countless people. After saying that, the white-robed old man waved his big hand. Little hand pointed. Thousands of ghost faces appeared from the tripod, like crying but not laughing, like human and ghost, rushing towards Wang Shuani. Those dozens of blood-colored little people were no longer happy, became hideous and terrifying, constantly gathering death air for the white-robed old man. I don't want to die. I want to see my child. The dim space became extremely bloody, covered by a layer of blood mist, constantly wriggling, exuding extremely disgusting bloody smell. Mere Foundation establishment realm. Delusion to fight against the Immortal Lord. Overestimating oneself. Seeing the blood mist engulfing Wang Xuanyi, thousands of ghost faces rushed in, formed one after another secret patterns, sealing the blood mist along with Wang Xuanyi. White-robed old man waved his sleeves. Bloody space began to distort, wriggling, like a living life, constantly squeezing that seal. Only a remnant nascent soul death body. Actually CALLS himself an immortal. What a big tone. The sound of Wang Xuanyi's sneer came from the seal. Crack. Wang Xuanyi snorted coldly in the blood mist. A pair of eyes opened and closed. Heaven shaking. Sky-deceiving breath pervaded. Terrifying pupil technique instantly shattered this space. White-robed old man was stunned. Eyebrows crossed. Looking at Wang Xuanyi below. Saying, little boy, many ways to save life. Such techniques actually couldn't melt you. You mean? Wang Xuanyi took a look at the blood-colored barrier that shattered like glass. Sneered. This barrier is no different from paper. Attempting to melt a golden core stage cultivator. What? Hearing this, the white-robed old man frowned. Immediately explored Wang Xuanyi's breath. The abdomen position did not condense golden core. The realm is still Foundation establishment. Little boy, you don't have golden core in your body. Delusion to deceive this Taoist. Looking for death. Words fell. The old man condensed techniques, stretched out his withered, bloodless big hand. Space also condensed a bloody big hand following the old man's actions. Without hesitation, suppressing towards Wang Xuanyi, he admitted, he was bluffed by the other party for a moment just now, but only for a moment. A Foundation establishment cultivator, countless died in his hands, simply would not take Wang Xuanyi in his eyes. Wang Xuanyi hugged his chest, looking up at the bloody big hand suppressing down. His upright posture still stood proudly, quietly waiting for that big hand to fall. Did not care much. White-robed old man also just thought that the little boy was scared silly. Issued bursts of sneers. The next moment he could no longer laugh. Bloody big hand fell. Along with the squeezing of the bloody space, Wang Xuanyi closed his eyes, then opened and closed. Immeasurable runes appeared, causing it to shatter. Tsung. Old man's palm felt a pain. Black blood flowed. Looking at the figure below in disbelief, thousands of waves rose in his heart. That is, strange pupil. Seen. In Wang Xuanyi's eyes, two different strange patterns circulated, as if seeing through the vanity of the world, stating the life and death of all things. Patterns are extremely bright, like objects from another world. One black and one white, one yin and one yang. Inside carved the birth of all things. Inside derived the end of all things. Everything, everything, all in these pair of eyes reincarnate, reappear. Why? Don't recognize this flower, Wang Xuanyi said indifferently, then walked towards the old man step by step. Under his feet derived golden lotuses and the patterns of that strange flower. You are not Foundation establishment. White-robed old man was shocked in his heart, wanted to escape, but found himself unable to control this bloody space, even unable to move. At this time, he then discovered, red flowers spread to the entire space. Even he himself was covered with these extremely strange flowers. When, old man terrified, already withered body, now even more sucked dry of death air by the flowers, completely turned into a handful of black bone ash. Flowers are bright, swaying in the wind, but different from other flowers. There is a different and enchanting beauty, revealing a quiet and dangerous atmosphere. Oh, so this is your true body. Solving the white-robed old man, Wang Xuanyi looked at the red round tripod. Inside blood boiling, as hot as magma, exuding red heat. In the tripod, old man's face appeared again. This time, he was completely panicked. Hurriedly said, Senior, spare my life. Junior has many strange treasures to give you. Just beg you to spare my life. Where is my junior sister? Here, here. After saying that, the old man panicked and spat blood mist. Several coffins appeared on the open space. Then, blood mist sprayed from the tripod again. Piles and piles of gold, silver, and treasures. Heavenly spirits and earth treasures appeared around the coffin. This scene is very like the items and countless gold coins dropped when defeating a game boss. Senior, Junior only collected so much. Hope you, slap. Wang Xuanyi patted the ancient tripod with one palm. With a crack, the ancient tripod body appeared cracks. Countless cracks began to spread, finally disintegrated, shattered. You righteous path. Blazing fire. Wang Xuanyi single eye opened and closed. White patterns burst out a golden flame, burning the shattered tripod and that lump of blood, until it turned into smoke. Righteous path. Righteous path. When did this master tell you I am righteous? Besides, I didn't agree to let you go. So much nonsense. With the ancient tripod burnt to nothing, this distorted space also gradually disintegrated. The world filled with blood mist also at the moment of contacting light, turned into blue smoke and drifted away. After finishing all this, Wang Xuanyi came to the front of the black wooden coffin, violently shattered all of them. Dozens of people were wrapped in black secret patterns, squeezed dry of essence and spirit, turned into one dead bone after another. Many of them are outer sect disciples of Tianwu Immortal Sect. When Xining is not much better, sucked away a lot of essence and spirit. The goddess who was originally bright and beautiful and attracted attention. Now her face is pale. The exposed arm has lost blood, turned into skin and bones. TSK. Don't know what the protagonist will do when seeing this scene. Will he abandon Wen Xining? Pity. I am not someone with bad taste. Wang Xuanyi talked to himself, then took out a jar of green bamboo wine from the storage ring, sprinkled it all over Wen Xining's body, the death air lingering on her body, at the moment of contacting the wine, like meeting a deadly enemy, all dissipated. Afterwards, Wang Xuanyi took out a Peiyuan pill, pinching it into golden liquid, poured it into Wen Xining's mouth, and helped her extract the residual death air in her body. Only then did she recover as before, had a trace of blood. Next, Wang Xuanyi came to a coffin that still had life, looking at the little Zongzi that was still breathing and moving weakly inside, a bit surprised. Reasonably speaking, that dead thing wouldn't leave any living mouth. Like Wen Xining almost cold after just entering for a while. How did this little thing survive? Carrying curiosity, Wang Xuanyi tore open the black cloth, saw the thing inside, a little, curled up, still holding a few breaths of female child lying in the coffin. She is very uncomfortable, frowning, twisting her face, but at the moment of contacting the sunlight, the little girl's eyebrows stretched. Tense breathing also gradually stabilized. Hiss. This thing actually has a heavenly spiritual root, possessing extreme Yin bloodline, proper cannon fodder. No wonder can survive under the influence of that dead thing. So it was intending to seize the house. Wait, the more Wang Xuanyi thought, the more wrong it was. Heavenly spiritual root, extreme Yin bloodline, age is 4 or 5 years old. Isn't this Murong Qing, one of the protagonist's harem group? Damn, what to do? Should I kill her? No. Murong family is the boss of Yunzhou. Family has a group of old undead things. I can't afford to provoke. And this little thing has great fortune. If I kill her now, disadvantageous to future cultivation. In the mountains and forests, Wang Xuanyi tinkered with the campfire. Lying beside him are a big one and a small one. Blood color on the face recovered almost the same. Probably will wake up in another hour or two. But regarding the life and death of the little guy, Wang Xuanyi is unfathomable. He is not someone who loves to kill. Even more experienced 9-year compulsory education. Can't start at all in heart and humanity. Cough. Wen Xining's coughing sound attracted Wang Xuanyi's attention. Seeing she has the consciousness to wake up, immediately stepped forward to knock her unconscious. Then sat beside the campfire again. She can't wake up now. Must wait for rescue personnel to arrive. Almost arriving soon. Finally decided. Wang Xuanyi still let the little guy go. Left the side of the two women. Just when Wang Xuanyi left, several Golden Core stage elders of Tianwu Immortal Sect arrived here, and brought Wen Xining and Murong Qing back. Tianwu Immortal Sect, Tianyun Peak. After 3 or 4 days of recuperation, Wen Xining has completely recovered. Even felt that her cultivation had improved a step further. These few days, she turned and tossed sleeplessly, always thinking about Wang Xuanyi's intention. Undoubtedly, the one who knocked herself out in the mountains must be him. And this mission was completed inexplicably. The sect not only gave awards, even the spirit stones and elixirs received every month doubled. Senior brother Xian Yi. Wen Xining doesn't understand. Wang Xuanyi's strength is definitely more than what master said, and she has a feeling. Senior brother Xian Yi's strength is very powerful, even more powerful than the inner sect number 1 White Crane. But why does he want to hide? Recalling Wang Xuanyi's various things, Wen Xining discovered he deliberately avoided people from Tianyun Peak, even in unintentional occasions. If there are people from Tianyun Peak, he is not there. But then again, why should senior brother Wang deliberately avoid them? Knock. Senior sister. Master asked us to gather in the main house. Long Zitian's voice came from outside the door. Wen Xining said plainly, okay, I will go over immediately. Wen Xining gave up thinking, rather than wasting time here, it would be better to find time to visit Wang Xuanyi in person, and ask him face to face. Before leaving, Wen Xining looked at the sound transmission stone placed on the table, and then left. Tianyun Peak main hut. A little girl is jumping around, bright and spirited big eyes, curiously looking at everything around her. She is one of the heroines Wang Xuanyi saved. Murong Qing, a little girl from the Murong family, a capable assistant to the protagonist in the later stage. After discussion between the Tianwu Immortal Sect and the Murong family, it was finally decided to let Murong Qing worship under Xiao Hongye's door, becoming the 5th disciple under her. Xiao Qing, come to senior sister's side. Leng Ningen looked at the cute little girl. A feeling of love rose in her heart. Her tone was no longer cold, but extremely gentle. No, I want to find the big sister in the cyan dress. Murong Qing refused immediately. She does not like cold people. The child's resistant psychology made her loathe Len Ji Ningen. Hee. Leng Ningen was not angry either. Laughed awkwardly. Xiao Qing, let senior brother give you a hug. There are candies to eat. Long Zitian on the side spoke up. Murong Qing is his capable assistant in the later stage. Not only is her strength super strong, dual cultivation with her can gain huge benefits, and can further contact the extreme Yin Dao. So I say, wives should be cultivated from a young age. Long Zitian had a smile on his face, shaking a few colorful candies in his hand. Uncle, that trick of yours can only fool children. Do you take me, Murong Qing, for an average child? I am the most famous genius in my family. Murong Qing stood with her hands on her hips, looking at Long Zitian with contempt. Puff. Leng Ningen and Huo Huang laughed at the same time. Indeed, Long Zitian's trick is a bit outdated. Any slightly older child doesn't really like eating eating candy anymore. Not to mention the young lady of the Murong family who has been pampered since childhood. Long Zetian laughed awkwardly, thinking to himself, this girl, her mouth is still so poisonous. Creak, just as the few were laughing, when Xining pushed the door and entered. Murong Qing looked as if she had found a pillow, swooshed into her arms. When sister, are your injuries healed? When Xining looked at the little one in her arms, gently stroked her head, softly said, thank you for the medicine sent by Xiao Qingqing's family. Sister is already well. Hee hee, that's good. Then when will you take me to find the big brother? Little Murong's words stunned the four people. What does it mean? Find what big brother? When Xining thought of something, and inquired, Xiao Qingqing, who is the big brother you are talking about? It's just big brother. Looking at the puzzled expressions of the few, Murong Qing fell into thought. At that time she was too unconscious. She didn't see Wang Xuani's face clearly, only remembered that big brother was holding her. Very warm, very comfortable. Xining, Xiao Qing was eroded too deeply by the death energy. It is normal to forget who saved you. Don't play too far. At this time, Xiao Hongye returned. Yes, master, the five said in unison, and saluted together. After speaking, Murong Qing looked up at Xiao Hongye, only feeling that master is so beautiful. Beautiful like a fairy descended from heaven. Intoxicating. Sit down. Xiao Hongye waved her hand. The disciples sat down quietly, and then spoke. Xining, I went to the place you mentioned, and did not perceive any breath other than you. And that dead thing was an incomplete nascent soul STA-GE cultivator. Other than that, there was no trace of Xian Yi. Hearing this, when Xining frowned, thinking to herself, master, disciple can be certain. The one who saved me and Xiao Qing was definitely senior brother Xian Yi. It's just that I don't know how he fought against the dead thing. Once these words were out, Leng Ningen and the four gasped. Master just said, that dead thing was an incomplete nascent soul stage cultivator. Even if it was incomplete, that is not something they at the foundation establishment stage can handle. However, when Xining said again that the one who saved them was Wang Xuani, could it be that Wang Xuani already has the strength to fight against a nascent soul stage cultivator? Who is lying? Hearing the conversation between the two, Murong Qing poked out a little head and asked, Xining's sister, is the senior brother Xian Yi you mentioned, the big brother who held me 2 or 3 days ago? The Murong family came once. Besides thanking Wen Xining in person, based on suspicion, they also thanked Wang Xuani. Murong Qing at that me was still in a coma, and could not confront him in person. However, Wang Xuani explained hurriedly, the one who saved your family's young lady is someone else. I am just a messenger. Using this as an excuse, refused the thank you gift. The Murong family didn't take it seriously. Xiao Hongye was the same. They would not think that a foundation establishment stage boy could contend with a nascent soul stage cultivator. If that were really the case, wouldn't the world be in chaos? Sigh. Forget it. Let's not mention this for now. This venerable has other things to inform you. Xiao Hongye felt more of a headache the more she thought. Simply didn't want to anymore. It was originally an insignificant matter. It was only because it involved Wen Xining that she wanted to go see who saved her own disciple, to thank them in person. Since the other party is not willing to show their face, then forget it. Master, is there anything? Leng Ningen inquired. The small purple secret realm is about to open, Xiao Hongye said. That small purple secret realm full of heavenly spirits and earth treasures. Hua Huang was a bit excited. The Tianwu Immortal Sect holds countless secret realms. Among them, one is the most special. That is the small purple secret realm known as the Medicine Garden. Low danger level, rich in resources, and strictly prohibits disciples above the Golden Core stage from entering. It can be called a welfare secret realm for Purple Mansion stage cultivators and below. This is also the reason why many disciples choose the Tianwu Immortal Sect. There is about half a month left. You should prepare in advance, Xiao Hongye said. Every time the small purple secret realm opens, some gifted disciples will break through. She also hopes that her disciples can win some glory. Leng Ningen and the others rubbed their hands and wiped their palms, waiting for the secret realm to open. Only Wen Xining remained silent, not knowing what she was thinking. On the other side, on Tianzhu Peak, I am not going. A loud shout resounded through the entire mountain peak. Wang Xuani hid in the quilt, sobbing uncontrollably. Snot was bigger than tears. One breath and one exhale. Oh, any bulge and one flat. Looking exactly like a little wife, squatting on the Kong bed being wronged. Senior brother, I commissioned an outer sect disciple to buy a batch of wine. It will arrive in 2 days. How about using this to make up for the wine master drank? Outside the door, Zhu Huai's calm voice reached Wang Xuani's ears. The original intention was to comfort, but unexpectedly, Wang Xuani felt even more wronged. Wow, Zhu Huai, you don't understand. That batch of wine was my fine wine sealed for 5 years. I hid it for a full 5 years. I didn't even drink a drop. All ruined by that old geezer. Wang Xuani's heart-wrenching cries came from the bamboo hut. For some reason, Zhu Huai felt that the senior brother who was crying was more interesting. Humph. The corners of Zhu Huai's mouth crooked, exposing a cunning smile, then calmly pushed open the bedroom door, saw the senior brother curled up in the quilt, came to the bedside, saying, Senior brother, it is Zhu Huai. Let's not lose our temper anymore. Okay. Wang Xuani wiped snot, turned his body with tears, probed out ahead, looking at Zhu Huai with teary eyes, as wronged as can be, saying, Junior brother, master not only beat me, but also drank my wine. wine. Can't I lose my temper? Ah, so cute. Bully senior brother more. Zhu Huai's inner love factor soared, wishing to immediately pinch senior brother's face. But, she cannot show it. Ahem. Zhu Huai sighed deliberately, saying, Senior brother, master just made a mistake for a moment. We as disciples, should be filial to master. Wawa. Zhu Huai, you are also bullying me. Wang Xuanyi cried again. The more he cried, the more excited Zhu Huai was, and the faster her heartbeat became. Alright, then let's not go to the small purple secret realm. I will explain the reason to master later, and give senior brother another gift. How about it? Really, good. It's a deal. Wang Xuanyi immediately stopped his tears. Just a cellar full of wine. He still has a lot. The goal was just to let Zhu Huai cover for him. Small purple secret realm. Can't go at all. That thing prohibits cultivators above golden core from entering. If I really went, then it would be truly finished. Seeing his senior brother no longer crying or making trouble, Zhu Huai then left, then quickly burrowed into her own quilt to go crazy. One more second and I would have been exposed. Yeah, senior brother is too cute. Really want to bully him more. Zhu Huai's two little white legs kept kicking on the bed. The shyness could no longer be covered. Time passed in a hurry. Half a month passed in a flash. The Tianwu Immortal Sect became much quieter. Most disciples went to the small purple secret realm to comp, eat for heavenly spirits and earth treasures. Only a group of old guys remained to guard the mountain gate. Old guys? No, there is also a little guy who already ran away. 2 days before the small purple secret realm opened, Wang Xuanyi took a travel mission lasting half a month, so he sneaked away. My future is decided by me. Wang Xuanyi lay on the back of the ox, humming pop songs from his previous life. Both hands hung down naturally, one hand holding a gourd of cold green bamboo wine. Sang until tired, hot until felt hot. Drink a mouthful. Relieve boredom and fatigue and dissipate heat. Extremely leisurely. Compared to participating in the small purple secret realm, fighting inside, competing for treasures, it is better to travel freely and happily. Old geezer. Want this master to go and play with those toxic old monsters in Tianyun Peak. This master only has one life. Cannot afford to provoke. Wang Xuanyi complained about the old geezer. In fact, he was very clear about why master let him maintain contact with Tianyun Peak. Xiao Hongya is very powerful. Can be said to be one of the strongest in the 9 provinces continent. Saved his life once during childhood. The relationship is naturally much better than ordinary disciples. With her as a background, can save a lot of trouble. Second, the old man really treats him as a grandson. Wants to see Wang Xuanyi get married. Have a baby. Bring a baby. After all, the quality of Tianyun Peak is there. TSK. Why worry so much? Finding a Dao companion is not urgent. 3-legged toads are hard to find, but 2-legged women are everywhere. While arriving at this destination, Black Cloud Border. This mission is also very simple. A sudden beast tide erupted at the border of the dynasty. The Great Xia dynasty's military strength is limited. Cannot carry out comprehensive protection. Request help from all parties to resist this beast tide. Originally, this mission would be carried out by elders above the Golden Core stage. Isn't it intercepted by Wang Xuanyi? Others don't know about this yet. Oh my. Beat small monsters. Drink small wine. Roast some skewers. Life is beautiful. And have something to look forward to. After saying that, Wang Xuanyi instructed the green ox to enter the city. Spacious streets. Desolate shops. Sparse residents. After 2 beast tide raids, countless casualties, the Black Cloud Border city has lost hope for life. Even 8 city lords have died in battle. The silent atmosphere permeated the whole city, lingered in everyone's hearts. Old man, may I ask how to get to the city lord's mansion? At this time, the conversation of a few people attracted Wang Xuanyi's attention. People in white clothes and white skirts, wearing badges symbolizing the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect on their chests also arrived. About a dozen people. The leader is a Golden Core stage elder. The highest cultivation among the disciples is only at the beginning of the Purple Mansion stage. The rest are all Foundation Establishment stage. The one asking for directions is a female disciple of the Foundation Establishment stage. Handsome face, black hair like ink, tall figure, has an extraordinary temperament, like a Fae IRY who entered the world by mistake. After a brief chat, a dozen Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect disciples headed towards the city lord's mansion. Old person, thank you. Wang Xuanyi gave some money, then followed behind the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. Wanted to follow them into the city lord's mansion, but did not expect to be surrounded by people. Speak. Who are you? Yu Linglong held a long sword, pressed against Wang Xuanyi's neck. Inquired seriously, what are you doing following us? Every time you speak, the blade advanced a bit. I said it and you don't listen. When you heard it, you didn't believe it. If you don't believe it, you still ask, what can I do? Wang Xuanyi shrugged indifferently. Wang Xuanyi had already told them. He is a disciple of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. Came to this place after receiving the mission. It's just that he is unfamiliar with the place. That's why he followed behind them. However, This group of people is like having a sick brain. Don't believe it. Then what other way does he have? No way. You are lying. Most of the disciples of the Tianwu Immortal Sect are in the small purple secret realm. How is it possible that you don't go? And you don't even have the Tianwu Immortal Sect badge. How can you let us believe? Yu Linglong said. The cold blade advanced a bit more. Look, this is the Tianwu Immortal Sect badge. Wang Xuanyi took out a golden badge from his bosom. Yu Linglong carefully took the badge. On it was engraved Tianzhu Peak Disciple. Zhu Huai. Wang Xuanyi spoke. I said I am a disciple of the Tianwu Immortal Sect. You don't believe it. Believe it now. Confirming that the badge was not tampered with, Yu Linglong put away the blade, signaled to her companions to also put away the formation, threw the badge to Wang Xuanyi, saying, if you took it out at the beginning, there wouldn't be so many things. Regarding this, Wang Xuanyi shrugged, said indifferently, I am also afraid that you are fakes. It is always good to be cautious. After saying that, Wang Xuanyi threw the badge belonging to Yu Linglong to the other party. Just this one action, but it made the dozen disciples present stunned. When Wang Xuanyi interrupted directly, let's go. The situation in the Black Cloud border city is not optimistic. Don't dawdle here. Yu Linglong nodded, gave up asking, followed the other party's pace to walk. There are many questions, but not now. The most important thing is to solve the beast tide problem facing the Black Cloud border city. City Lord's mansion. The 9th City Lord, Jin Sha, stood on the city wall, looking at the Black Beast group in the distance, the thunder rolling from the sky, brows tightly locked. The city no longer has extra troops to continue resisting. The Imperial City side cannot send more reinforcements to help Black Cloud City for the time being. The request for help letter was also distributed a few days ago, just asking the Immortal Sect to quickly support the Black Cloud border city. Otherwise, the next beast tide simply cannot be resisted. City Lord, Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect and Tianwu Immortal Sect disciples have arrived. A soldier said panting. Hearing this, Jin Sha's face relaxed a lot, quickly said, fast, 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 take me to see them. Under the city wall, Jin Sha hurried down. When seeing everyone, the expression on his face also changed from the initial joy to heavy. There are too few people. Only a dozen people. Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. Respect. The moment he saw Jin Sha, the Golden Core Stage Elder saluted first. The disciples behind also saluted. Respect. Elder. Jin Sha did not be polite either. Quickly returned the salute. Then inquired. Elder, I have a matter to ask. Don't know if you can answer truthfully. Please speak. Is there anyone from the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect who hasn't arrived? No. Elder answered truthfully. Then added, when our sect received the entrustment of your dynasty, only sent a few of us to help. May I ask what the problem is? The directness of City Lord Jin Sha did not cause dissatisfaction in the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. Instead, felt that something was wrong. However, the matter was just as the elder guessed, only to see City Lord Jin Sha sighed, face heavy and said, Elder, this beast tide is different from the past. Might be the fiercest beast tide so far. Shape-shifting great demon. Golden core stage. Not a few. Even a few earth demons. Nascent soul stage. Included. What? The disciples exclaimed, obviously shocked by this news. The information we received was to handle small-scale beast tides in the Black Cloud border city. Don't know the specific situation. The elder's face also became heavy, precisely because there was a small-scale beast tide. He brought some inner sect disciples out to practice. Good now. This is no longer practice, but sending lives. It seems someone is targeting the dynasty and major immortal sects. Jin Sha is not easy to blame the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. This matter cannot blame the other party. It is very likely that a traitor appeared in the dynasty, deliberately sent wrong information. Wait for this old man to send a message to the Immortal Sect. Report truthfully. Let the Immortal Sect quickly send personnel to solve this disaster. Elder said, things have come to this point. Only by quickly making up for mistakes can losses be reduced. What about the Tianwu Immortal Sect? Isn't there another force? After finishing the dialogue with the elder, Jin Sha remembered that there was another force arrived. Why didn't you see their people? There is. Here. Wang Xuanyi raised his hand, stood out from behind the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. The conversation just now between the two had been known to him. The situation is indeed a bit complicated, even exceeded his control range. If it was just shape-shifting great demons, he still has the ability to solve all of them. But there are earth demons in the beast tide, terrifying existences comparable to nascent soul stage cultivators, and not just one. Then he has no way. And, maybe there are heavenly demons in beast tide, deification stage, existences. The other party can press himself to death with one finger. This is too dangerous. When Jin Sha saw Wang Xuanyi alone, completely silent, for diplomatic reasons, Wang Xuanyi explained, City Lord, most of the disciples of the Tianwu Immortal Sect participated in the small purple secret realm. The elders and peak masters were also deceived by the letters, only then sent me here. This matter is to blame me for not discovering the problem in time. City Lord Jin Sha was already helpless. However, he still has to defend the city. Otherwise, he really wants to go back to the dynasty to catch the traitor. City Lord, not good. The beast tide is coming. On the city wall, a sentry shouted. The tone was extremely trembling, as if seeing something terrifying. His face turned pale instantly. Gentlemen, I beg you all to help. Jin Sha saluted, looking at the dozen people with sincerity. Even if there are few people, it is better than none. none. There are more than 100,000 common people in the city who have not evacuated yet. Absolutely cannot leave the city sloppily. And the batch of common people who left earlier has not reached a safe area yet. In any case, cannot apologize to them. Good. The Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect Elder is not a person who shirks. Agreed immediately. Although the dozen disciples hesitated, but also nodded in agreement. Now in this situation, cannot leave if want to. Only by fighting hard can there be a glimmer of survival. As he said, Jin Sha took them up to the city wall. Wang Xuanyi also followed closely. Until this moment, they saw the true face of this beast tide. In the distance, among the mountains and valleys, tens of thousands of monsters, like black clouds, carrying the momentum of thunder, rushing over. The earth also roared under their trampling. In the sky, rolling thunder clouds flashed with lightning, as dense as spider webs, as if ferocious beasts roaring, came together with the beasts below. Damn, came so fast. City Lord Jin Sha smashed a fist on the city wall, gritting his teeth and looking at the group of beasts, ordered, quickly open the city defense array. Resist a little longer is a little longer. Must not let that group of beasts into the city. Yes, the soldiers who received the order began to act, staying in their own position step by step, although they showed fear and panic, but they never retreated, because their families are in this city. Elder, we must leave the city to meet the enemy. City defense array, already damaged in the previous two beast tide attacks. If we let that group of beasts cross the border, the array simply cannot resist. City Lord Jin Sha said. Good, I will go with you. The Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect Elder Agra, Ed without hesitation. Before leaving, he ordered the dozen disciples, saying, must not be brave, stay in the formation. When encountering monsters that cannot be defeated, immediately report the group. Wait for me to return. Yes, the disciples saluted immediately. They know, the elder going this time, might not return, but they have no way. Insufficient strength. Going is just adding trouble. All are obedient good children. After speaking, the only two golden core stage cultivators in the Black Cloud border city left the city, resisting the beast army of tens of thousands. Seeing this, Wang Xuanyi did not want to sit and wait for death either. While everyone was nervous to fight the enemy, he relied on his ability to have extremely low presence. Successfully ran, not running away in the literal sense, but went to check the damaged city defense array, able to resist two beast tide attacks. Plus it is the border city of the Great Xia dynasty. The city defense array of the Black Cloud border city is definitely not a common array. The more chaotic the environment, the more need to think calmly. What Wang Xuanyi can do, is to repair it during the time City Lord Jin Sha and the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect Elder go out to meet the enemy, and strengthen the use of the city defense array. Otherwise, relying only on the two golden core cultivators and a group of foundation establishment cultivators, this city will be broken sooner or later. Nothing more than the time of early or late. Great Tao is 50. Heaven evolves 49. Escape 1. All things in the world. All H. Ave a glimmer of survival. Wang Xuanyi recited the formula silently. His pupils were covered again by different colored double pupils. Strange patterns gradually constructed a flower pattern in his eyes. Flowers from unknown places, full of ominous and strange, fairy pupils between life and death. See through the vanity of the world. Show the color of truth. Other shore fairy pupils. Open. A pair of eyes are enchanting and evil. Giant eyeballs overlook the entire city. Observe everything in it, just to seek a glimmer of survival. In the thunder cloud, as if feeling something, a pair of purple pupils opened slowly. Purple lightning burst out in the pupils, making the thunder cloud more intense and evil. Illusion. After saying that, he closed his eyes again. In the Black Cloud City, Wang Xuanyi's pupils kept turning. In just a moment, found all the positions of the array eyes, then quickly repaired. After so many years of cultivation, besides not wanting life on the path of immortality, alchemy, formation, weapon forging are even played to the point of being incredible by him. This is all due to his almost perverted cultivation consciousness. Just arrived in the immortal cultivation world. Saying not excited is fake. Longevity, eternal, fate, young hot blood was ignited. How can it be possible to live a lifetime without achieving anything, or become someone else's wedding dress, being trampled on like a stray dog by others? During the period when Wang Xuanyi repaired the formation, the battlefield outside the city was even more severe. City Lord Jin Sha and the Elder were indeed powerful, but the other party is not a vegetarian either, especially those 5 shape-shifting great demons, relying on the strong meat of monsters, constantly defeating the defense line of the two. Old thing, die. Tiger-shaped great demon made a move. Claws slapped forward. Wild air permeated. Monster patterns on the body are dazzling. Behind vaguely appeared the shadow of a fierce tiger. Roar. Fierce tiger roared wildly. Claws like soldiers, flashing with cold light, actually have a violent feeling of tearing the space. With a puff, Elder could not avoid it in time. Solidly took this blow. Mouth gushed blood. Several striking blood marks appeared on his back. The whole person flew out backward uncontrollably. Slay. Just at the moment the tiger demon was proud, City Lord Jin Sha appeared from behind the tiger demon. Coldly swung his sword blade. Mighty sword intent fell from the head. Severely wounded the tiger demon, causing it to spray blood. City Lord Jin Sha did not take it lightly because of this. A side body dodged the falling thunder above his head, then moved towards the Elder's position. The battle was only N.A. breath. Both sides injured one person. Bear demon, black demon, stone demon seeing this, shot together, wanted to solve the elder quickly. Then, solve City Lord Jean Shaw. Crazy sand seal. However, City Lord Jean Shaw's speed was surprisingly fast. People had not arrived. A palm seal arrived first. Golden palm appeared in the air, carrying immeasurable runes to suppress. Vowed to kill the 3 shape-shifting great demons. Humph. Mere palm. Stone demon snorted coldly. Body kept expanding. Within a breath, it was dozens of feet high and large, with a hard body to resist this blow. Thud. When the palm seal was in contact with the stone demon, ripples appeared in the air. The dull sound was like the sound of a monk beating an ancient bell in a temple. Extremely shocking. Don't worry about me. Kill that old man first. Blood overflowed from the stone demon's corners of the mouth. Obviously not feeling much better, but whether it can effectively reduce the combat power of the opponent is very important. The 5 of them one-on-one. Totally not the opponent of City Lord Jean Shaw, but if 5-on-1, more than enough. Pity the concentrated offensive was shared by the elder for most of the combat power. Therefore, they did not take down City Lord Jean Shaw for a long time. The small demons below surrounded and blocked forward arrogantly. Black demon and bear demon also did not hesitate. Nodded. Attacked the old man again. Although the elder was seriously injured, but he was not someone that this group of small demons could handle at will. The gap in realm. The insufficiency of strength. Also not something low-level cultivators can touch. Jade brilliant sword shadow. Elder pinched sword formula. Hundreds of sword chi converged. Swung towards all directions. Blood and flesh flew. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of monsters were separated from their bodies. Boom. At this time, bear demon shot a fierce palm down. Accurately hit the elder's chest. Pure strength made him fly out again. Pfft. Elder spat out another mouthful of blood. Covered in blood. The white clothes were now dyed red by blood. There were countless wounds on the aging body. Some were from monsters. Some were his own. The most shocking was the claw mark of the tiger demon just now, and the palm print on the chest. Made his internal organs damaged. Lost most of his combat power. Really old. Even the sword can't be held. Elder looked at his slightly trembling hands. Blood clots blocked his sight. Only vaguely could see clearly ahead. Countless monsters rushed over. Elder, run quickly. Leave it to me. City Lord Jean Shaw shouted anxiously. He wanted to rush over to relieve the siege, but was constantly surrounded by small demons around. Every now and then had to fight the tiger demon. Simply couldn't take care of it. On the city wall, Jade Brilliant's Immortal Sect disciples looked at this tragic scene. Tears kept flowing, shouting loudly, "Let the elder retreat." Yu Linglong felt even more so in her heart. This mission was taken by her. Originally wanted to temper her own strength. Did not expect such a result. Painfully lost an elder. In the Black Cloud City, Master Wang, who had been busy for half an hour, finally repaired the incomplete city defense array. The power was also stronger than before. This time even if the nascent soul stage Great Earth Demon comes, it will be difficult to break through the array for a while. So tired me. Wang Xuanyi wiped the non-existent sweat on his forehead. Took the green bamboo wine in the gourd from the storage ring. Just planned to celebrate, but heard the funeral sound outside. "Elder, come back quickly. Elder, come back quickly. Let's not practice anymore. Let's go home. Return to the Immortal Sect." Elder. The external sound was a bit noisy. Wang Xuanyi still captured a few useful pieces of information. Looks like that Jade Brilliant's Immortal Sect elder is not going to make it. After speaking, Wang Xuanyi drank a mouthful of good wine. The situation on the battlefield, even if he doesn't look, he roughly guessed the ending. Jade Brilliant's Immortal Sect elder's strength is only Golden Core stage level 4. Just stepped into the mid-level level. How could he be the opponent of that group of shape-shifting great demons? City Lord Jean Shaw's strength is a bit stronger. Golden Core stage level 8. Close to perfection. One-on-one certainly wouldn't lose to any great demon. Pity the other party has no reason to challenge you one-on-one. It's just so cool to beat up a group. Burp. Wang Xuanyi burped with satisfaction. Wiped the wine overflowing from the corners of his mouth. Said to himself, "Who told me to be a good person?" Words fell. Wang Xuanyi disappeared from the original place. Disappeared out of thin air. Not even a breath. Only a small piece of red flower leaf drifted slowly, then burned out. On the city wall, Jade Brilliant's Immortal Sect disciples had tearful eyes. Voices were almost hoarse, but powerless to change all this. The soldiers guarding this place were the same. Their strength was low. Every time the beast tide struck, all were the successive city lords going out to meet the enemy. They can only watch the monsters chew, but unable to make a move. Now, an old man who didn't know each other. For the safety of this city, for the safety of tens of thousands of common people, besieged by monsters, about to close the curtain. How can not wail? How can not be sad? Look, is someone saving the elder? At this time, don't know who shouted a sentence. Instantly let them wipe away their tears. Eyes converged on the battlefield. Everyone looked up in astonishment, but saw a colorful rainbow light. Torti, rough the sky like lightning, crossed the sky at an astonishing speed. In the blink of an eye, this rainbow light had pierced through the entire battlefield full of smoke, and shouts of killing were shaking the sky. In an instant, the rainbow light arrived beside the elder. Its speed was amazing. amazing, and just at this time, a figure flashed out from the rainbow light, accompanied by a powerful momentum like a sea-moving mountain, violently threw a punch. Just a punch. The small monsters surrounding the elder were all wiped out. You are Tianwu Immortal Sect disciple. City Lord Jin Sha looked at Wang Xuanyi in shock, surprised at his resolute means. Just a casual strike, and sent hundreds of small monsters flying. Cleared this area. City Lord, I have repaired the formation of Black Cloud City completely. Enough to resist this beast tide. Go back to replenish physical strength quickly. Wait for reinforcements to arrive before killing. Wang Xuanyi said while holding the elder, surrounded by R.Ed light. Extremely strange. Good. City Lord Jin Sha could not take care of so much. Long-term killing made him exhausted. If it goes on like this, I am afraid he can't even hold on for a stick of incense time. Rather than wasting energy here, it is better to go back to rest for a while before fighting. Want to go? How is it possible? Tiger Demon roared. Rushed toward City Lord Jin Sha. The other 4 demons saw the opponent wanted to run. Immediately revealed their shapes. Turned into the most original appearance. Followed the Tiger Demon to rush forward. A group of barbecue skewers can't wait. Wang Xuanyi sneered. Pupils opened and closed. Immeasurable runes emerged from his eyes. A pair of strange pupils immediately locked this space. Let the 5 demons stop immediately. Quiet and evil space suppressed them. Beast instinct told them, this person is dangerous. Going forward will die. City Lord Jin Sha was stunned, looking at the surrounding distortion, squeezing, full of oppressive space. A coldness filled his whole body from the soles of his feet. Stunned what? Run quickly. Oh, Wang Xuanyi's urging made City Lord Jin Sha mistakenly think he faced his master. A bit dull. The 5 demons watched Wang Xuanyi and the 3 leave the encirclement. Went straight back to the Black Cloud City. Until he left, this strange space was able to be lifted. In the thunder cloud, purple pupils opened. Ordered, attack the city. Yes, the 5 demons answered respectfully. Then led the army to march. Obviously, that person saw through the camouflage. Not only were the 5 demons affected, even himself, who is an earth demon, was also suppressed for a moment. But it doesn't matter. They are just struggling to the death. The city defense array of Black Cloud City was already unbearable under the previous impact. This time, can completely take this city, and attack the human territory. On the city wall, everyone looked forward to it, looking nervously at that returning rainbow light, until it appeared in front of them. Only then breathed a sigh of relief. Zhu Huai Sr., don't think first. Make space. Everyone retreated to both sides one after another, leaving a large piece of open space. Wang Xuanyi did not hesitate either. Took out Peiyuan pills and life pills from the storage ring. Threw one to City Lord Jin Sha, saying, effectively help you recover from injuries. Thank you. After receiving the medicinal pill, City Lord Jin Sha swallowed it immediately. The medicinal pill fully exerted its due efficacy. The wounds on his body were recovered. No time to lament the magic of the medicinal pill. City Lord Jin Sha immediately sat down to restore his strength. With one more point of strength, there is one more point of guarantee. Looking at Wang Xuanyi sighed. Violent. Crushed the medicinal pill. Turned it into a bunch of golden liquid. Then poured it into the elder's mouth. Mighty life force immediately repaired the old man's injuries and damaged meridians in his body. Wang Xuanyi's hands pushed against the elder's back to guide the spiritual energy to gather in the body. Next, took out a jar of green bamboo wine from the storage ring. Poured it violently into the elder's mouth. Crushing medicinal pills. And pouring wine. Such brutal treatment. Everyone heard unheard of. But they dare not question. Who told it to be Wang Xuanyi who saved the 2 people back? Not good. The beast tide is almost at the border. The people who just relaxed. Heart immediately mentioned to the throat. Even the 2 golden core stage cultivators could not fully resist the beast tide. What other ways do they have to stop? TSK. Panic what? Can't break the city defense array. Wang Xuanyi said impatiently. Then took out a jade stone engraved with strange ancient scripts. Immediately crushed it. The originally incomplete array seemed to have received instructions. Issued bursts of roaring sounds. Golden array patterns permeated. Covered the entire Black Cloud City. Wrapped it inside. A barrier that is more resistant than before appeared at the border. Blocked the progress of tens of thousands of monsters. This is. Not only the soldiers and Jade Brilliant's Immortal Sect disciples were stunned. City Lord Jin Sha was even more confused. Although Wang Xuanyi said just now that the city defense array was good, but didn't expect it to be so good, actually can resist the offensive of 5 shape-shifting great demons. Seeing this scene, Yu Linglong had mixed feelings in her heart. Wang Xuanyi not only did not blame them for their initial rudeness, but saved everyone's life. This kindness, she doesn't know how to repay. After the matter is finished, must thank him well. Yu Linglong thought. In her heart, the problem with Black Cloud City has been temporarily brought under control. Everyone's tense hearts, the moment the city defense array was activated, completely relaxed. Alright, your elder will not be in danger of his life. The rest is just waiting for him to slowly recover. After a brief treatment, confirming that the old man would not pass away, Wang Xuanyi then withdrew his hands. At this time, everyone began to express their gratitude. Of course, there were also those making trouble. Since you have the ability, why didn't you rush to the battlefield at the beginning? Let our elder and the city lord waste so much blood in vain. Is it to put on a show in front of us? Everyone was confused by the sudden resentful words. They turned to look in the direction of the voice. It was a disciple disciple of the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. That person had a handsome appearance. His cultivation was the most outstanding in this circle. Purple Mansion stage. It was also Wang Xuani's first time encountering such a situation. He could not help but be stunned. Since stepping into the world of immortal cultivation, this is the first time someone has picked a quarrel with him, and it was in a situation where the strength of both sides was so disparate. When the novel reflects into reality, I am speechless, Wang Xuani thought to himself. In the end, when transmigrating into the book of love and affection in the immortal world, he had expected such things to happen. When facing it, he still couldn't react for a while. Why? Are you feeling guilty because I hit the nail on the head? That person had an air of righteousness, paired with that handsome face. It's hard not to believe that this person is actually someone with incomplete intellectual development. Gu Hao, shut your mouth. Yu Linglong on the side couldn't stand it anymore. To be able to be disgraceful to such a degree, only this self-righteous idiot could do it. Linglong, am I saying it wrong? Seeing the person He liked speaking for the other party, Gu Hao felt a faint pain in his heart, then said lightly, since he has the ability to rescue the elder and city lord Jin, then why preserve his strength? Why only help at the critical moment? Linglong, don't be deceived by him. Gu Hao, I said, shut your mouth. Don't make others feel disgusted. Not everyone lacks a heart of gratitude. Yu Linglong's face became colder and colder. Then, Yu Linglong faced Wang Xuani, apologetically said, Senior Brother Zhu Huai, sorry for making you feel embarrassed. Afterward, I will report to the Immortal Sect, and properly compensate you for the disrespect shown to you. Linglong, he is just a villain. You cannot ignore the facts because of a moment of kindness. Gu Hao was still quibbling, looking at Wang Xuani with incomparable hatred. The more Yu Linglong spoke for Wang Xuani, the more he resented Wang Xuani. People around wanted to speak, but dared not offend this young master. I say, little brother. City Lord Jin Sha looked displeased, just about to speak to dissuade, but was interrupted by Wang Xuani. I saw him take a deep breath, pointed his little finger at Gu Hao, and said, no, buddy, when your gave birth to you, did she leave your brain in the, or is it that you didn't have a so-called brain to begin with? The sudden swearing stunned everyone. They also didn't expect that scolding people could be so aggressive. Then, Wang Xuani's verbal attack power was fully charged. Where are your eyes? Kept to be dessert after a meal for the monsters opposite, or preparing to donate them to a blind girl to satisfy your so-called sense of justice. You are quite something. Don't have to do anything. Standing on the moral high ground and pointing fingers, opening your mouth, is splashing dirty water on others, still the kind without a brain. You. Gu Hao was speechless because he couldn't find a matching word in his meager vocabulary. What do you mean, you? You are still being reasonable. If it weren't for this old man putting in effort, I would have thrown you into the beast tide to feed the dogs long ago. And you Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect, how could you cultivate such a freak? No brain, eyes blind, from head to toe, only a mouth is still talking, really like a knife cutting a fart. Opened my eyes, facing Wang Xuani's incessant angry scolding. Gu Hao was so choked that he couldn't show his face. A flush of redness squeezed out on his handsome little face. As the saying goes, a teenager blushing is enough to explain everything, not to mention such a handsome teenager. Am I not saying it right? You have strength but don't help us. Insisting on attacking at the critical moment. What is this if not showing off? Gu Hao held it for a long time, only then squeezed out this sentence. Regarding this, Wang Xuani also expressed understanding, just clicked his tongue lightly, and continued, you really had your head kicked by a donkey. You, look at this city defense array. Did it come out of thin air? I was busy solving the problem of the damaged array, and rushed to the battlefield to save people without stopping. You, on the other hand, open your mouth and there it is. Then I ask you, what help did you provide? What can you do besides crying there? How big a person are you to still cry? Is it shameful? And you still want to accuse me because of this? Where did you get the face? Wang Xuani didn't give the other party a chance at all. Continued, no face, no skin, no brain, eyes blind and love to cry. Don't know how you survived until now. Then, Wang Xuani pointed at his brain, and said, I hope next time you find trouble with others, and want to perform in front of beauties, move your brain more. Don't let your brain not have any capacity to store anything. This will only make you look very stupid. Pfft. Someone couldn't help but laugh. Gu Hao's face turned blue with anger, looking in the direction of the laughter, wanting to vent. As a result, the one laughing was his sweetheart. The sky collapsed. Then, there was one by one around. All couldn't help but laugh out loud. Everyone felt that Wang Xuani's words made sense. If at the beginning, he really threw himself into the battlefield, the damaged array could not be repaired. Tens of thousands of monsters would be enough to swallow the three of them, then slaughter the city. Simply could not have the opportunity to talk like now. Regarding this, Gu Hao stopped talking, retreated behind the CR. Out in grievance. Little brother is not only super strong in strength, proficient in formations, even his mouth skills are so remarkable. Deserves to be a hero in his youth. City Lord Jin Sha praised without stinting. After a moment of rest, he had recovered 7 or 8 levels, enough to support the next round of fighting. Nothing, just can't stand stupid people. Wang Xuani waved his hand indifferently. Afterwards, Wang Xuani looked at Yu Linglong, and inquired, what is the highest realm of reinforcements you notified? Elder has notified the higher-ups. At least one nascent soul stage. Yu Linglong Xinglong answered truthfully, did not become unreasonable because of Gu Hao's interference. Hearing this, Wang Xuanyi felt much relieved. The city defense array is enough to contend with the attacks of 5 shape-shifting great demons. Even the earth demon in the thunder cloud can't do anything to them for the time being. As long as the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect comes to support before the formation breaks next time. What's wrong, little brother? City Lord Jin Sha inquired. There is an earth demon in the thunder cloud. The strength is unusually fierce. If the strong people from the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect are not enough to contend, then we still have the crisis of the city being broken and people dying. And this is not a simple beast tide. It is very likely that there are stronger people behind it, or monsters fueling the flames. At least a heavenly demon-level strong person. Deification stage, Wang Xuanyi analyzed. Past beast tides were all chaotic, attacking the human territory without order. This time is different. The opposite side not only sent 5 shape-shifting great demons, but also an earth demon came to suppress the formation. I am afraid it is not so easy to let Black Cloud City go. What? After listening to Wang Xuanyi's analysis, City Lord Jin Sha and others' faces became heavy again. No wonder during the battle just now, there was always a breath that was strong and weak. Turns out there was an earth demon. But don't worry, the city defense array is enough to deal with it for a period of time, as long as we wait for reinforcements during this period. I also informed the Immortal Sect of the situation, Wang Xuanyi said. When setting up the formation, he secretly sent a call for help to the sect. Just don't know if that group of old geezers has time. I thank you for the great kindness on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of people in the whole city. City Lord Jin Sha bowed deeply, full of gratitude. Thought that the Tianwu Immortal Sect sent a small foundation establishment stage cultivator without any ability. Turns out he was judging a book by its cover. This little brother is the top priority. No hindrance, just a duty. Wang Xuanyi helped City Lord Jin Sha up, and said indifferently, small purple secret realm. Zhu Huai collected a lot of spirit stones and spiritual medicine. Also collected dew for brewing green bamboo wine for the senior brother. When Wang Xuanyi brew wine before, Zhu Huai helped a lot. Not very clear about the process of brewing wine, but very clear about the required materials. Moreover, the spiritual energy in the small purple secret realm is abundant. The produced dew is very sufficient. The spiritual energy contained is also much better than outside. Who? Don't know what senior brother is doing now. Zhu Huai said softly. She doesn't like to compete. There are few spirit treasures that can move her heart. The purpose of entering the secret realm this time is also to collect dew. Why are they here? Zhu Huai, who was collecting spirit dew, frowned, felt the 4 people of Tianyun Peak who broke into the bamboo forest, stopped the movement in her hand. The 4 of them looked a bit embarrassed, and were followed by dozens of disciples shouting and killing. Zhu Huai thought for a moment, disguised as a man again, then opened the formation hidden in the bamboo forest. Let the 4 of them come in, no matter what. Senior Aunt Shao is after all senior brother's lifesaver. Her disciples, being besieged in the small purple secret realm. Zhu Huai cannot ignore it. Senior sister, someone helped us. When Xining looked at the rising white fog, then thanked the bamboo forest. Don't know which senior brother is here. Tianyun Peak. When Xining thanks you a lot. Senior sister one is polite. Zhu Huai walked out of the bamboo forest. A faint smile hung on her calm face. After seeing the visitor, the 4 people breathed a sigh of relief. Leng Ningen said, so it is junior brother Zhu from Tianzhu Peak. Thank you for your help. 4 of you, come in and rest for a while. The group of disciples outside cannot come in for the time being. Zhu Huai made a gesture of invitation. The 4 did not be polite, supported each other and walked into the bamboo forest. Outside the bamboo forest, the white fog became even thicker. Layers of fog covered the entire bamboo forest. Anyone who rushed in rashly, after going round and round, will return to the starting point. Wait for them to come out. Must wait for them to come out. Dozens of people are also not anxious. All sat down outside the bamboo forest. Wait for them to come out. Over at the bamboo house, Zhu Huai thoughtfully poured 4 cups of hot tea. Inquired, senior sister, why did you provoke the group of disciples outside? Looking at the 4 covered in mud and dirt, Zhu Huai was really a bit curious. Although there are contradictions between the inner and outer sect disciples of Tianwu Immortal Sect, but it shouldn't reach the point of fighting to the death in the sect's SEC, Ret Realm, right, and besieged by so many people. Among them are some familiar inner sect disciples. She really wants to know what the 4 did. Hearing this, Leng Ningen, when Xining and Long Zetian bowed their heads, obviously didn't want to answer this question. The more so, the more curious Zhu Huai was. What else could it be? Senior brother Long is shameless, causing trouble everywhere, snatching from the outer sect then the inner sect. Anything good has to be collected in his own pocket. This caused dissatisfaction. Hua Huang didn't care about so much, directly spoke it out. Oh, so that's it. Zhu Huai smiled, and said no more. Small purple secret realm is originally for foundation establishment stage, and chi refining stage disciples to open. Its meaning is also to narrow the overall strength gap between inner and outer sect disciples. During the first few openings, inner sect disciples would lead some newly entered inner and outer sect disciples to collect heavenly spirits and earth treasures. It is also they who handle it when encountering danger. This rule is almost defaulted. Now most disciples who help others came from that period. received the care of predecessors, wanted to pass this care down. Moreover, the resources in the small purple secret realm are very rich, but there are no very special heavenly spirits and earth treasures. For them, not very much needed. Therefore, there was this silent rule. But coincidentally, this time someone broke the rules, brutally snatching others' resources, and attacking them, beautifully saying that the weak do not deserve to have extra cultivation resources. This person is not others. It is precisely Long Zetian. Originally, he was the existence attracting attention at the Immortal Seed Conference, making a group of people envious. Later, he worshipped under the door of Xiao Hongya, the first beauty in the 9 provinces, and has a group of senior sisters and junior sisters with top-notch beauty, making those who are uncomfortable even more uncomfortable. Plus what happened in the small purple secret realm this time. It even aroused public anger. The atmosphere of the bamboo house was relatively silent. The 4 looked at me and I looked at you, then looked at Zhu Huai again, not knowing whether to speak or not, perhaps feeling their gaze. Zhu Huai spoke first. Senior Sister 1, the small purple secret realm will end in 2 days. If you don't dislike it, you can stay here until the secret realm ends. Thank you, junior brother. When Xining expressed her gratitude, they have gained a lot from entering the small purple secret realm this time, and don't need anything else. It is naturally best to be able to hide here until the secret realm ends. But, Zhu Huai's tone changed, looking at the 4, said, I need the help of you senior sisters. Junior brother Zhu is polite. Tianyun Peak and Tianzhu Peak are originally neighbors. If there is anything, just speak directly. No need for so many redundant etiquette. When Xining said, being able to accept the 4 of them is already a friendship. If not helping, that would be Tianyun Peak losing etiquette. Zhu Huai thanks everyone first. Zhu Huai saluted, then spoke. It is not a big deal. Help junior brother collect some spirit dew. Just this. Leng Ningen puzzled. The 4 thought it was something big, and had already prepared to work hard. Did not expect it to be a trivial favor. Zhu Huai smiled, explained, yes, my master loves the green bamboo wine brewed by senior brother. Drank a lot by accident. It happened that senior brother went on a mission. No time to collect spirit dew to brew wine. As a junior brother, naturally, I have to share some things. Zhu Huai cannot say, because master is greedy for cups. Secretly drank a whole cellar of green bamboo wine of senior brother, making senior brother cry out loud, thereby not participating in this secret realm. I just need to know that senior brother loves to cry. Zhu Huai muttered in her heart. The senior brother wiping tears made her fascinated, even had an emotion of wanting to bully him severely. For Zhu Huai, who has always been gentle and sensible, this is a spiritual shock. Black Cloud Border City. After Wang Xuani's conditioning, that seriously injured elder who was dying is almost better, just waiting to wake up. City Lord Jin Sha also recovered a lot. Strength broke through to the limit on the battlefield. Outside the city defense array, tens of thousands of monsters hit the array tirelessly, attempting to tear open a gap. Pity the array is too strong. No way to start. The 5 shape-shifting great demons were not idle either, constantly urging heaven and earth spiritual energy to impact the array. All kinds of magic treasures and secret techniques took turns, but it was difficult to shake the array at all. The reinforcements waited for also arrived here. 3 nascent soul stage cultivators and 5 golden core stage elders of the Jade Brilliance Immortal Sect. As soon as several strong people arrived at the scene, the crowd on the city wall found the backbone. The tense mood completely relaxed. Senior brother Jingming, you are here. Yu Linglong stepped forward to salute. After receiving your call, we rushed here without stopping for a moment, afraid that you would have any accidents. A man with an heroic aura between his eyebrows said, then looked at the dozen disciples who were frightened. Asked, how is Elder Huang? Elder Huang was seriously injured, but was cured by the fellow Taoist of Tianwu Immortal Sect, currently still in a coma. Yu Linglong answered truthfully. She will not conceal Wang Xuani's credit. At this time, another nascent soul stage cultivator looked at the crowd of beasts, angrily said, looks like the other side intends to fight to the death. This time if we don't destroy the sharpness of this group of beasts, our human race will really be looked down upon by all races. The third nascent soul stage cultivator said. His face also had an unpleasant emotion. Human and demon are originally hereditary enemies. Beasts feed on humans. Humans feed on beasts. The grievance between the two can no longer be carried out by way of negotiation. Without distinguishing life or death, neither side will stop fighting. Senior brother, you and the elders have traveled a long distance. Take a rest before attacking. Yu Linglong worriedly said. Good. Jingming responded. Beasts are born stronger than the human race, especially in terms of body. Under the same realm, no one's body can compare with beasts, except for those evildoers. Just when everyone was resting and consolidating, intending to fight hard, the crowd of monster army retreated. This scene stunned everyone. Outside the city, in the thunder cloud, that pair of purple pupils opened and closed again. Looking at the several breaths that suddenly arrived in Black Cloud City, said coldly, retreat. After the 5 shape-shifting great demons received the order, they issued orders without thinking, urging the tens of thousands of monster armies to retreat. They don't need to think, just need to obey. With the retreat of the monster army, the thunder cloud in the sky also dissipated. No one could have imagined such an ending. What's going on? Jingming and the others immediately leaned on the city wall and looked. The sudden change made them stupid. Tens of thousands of monster armies armies retreated as soon as they said retreat. Did not give them a trace of reaction time. Not just in the Black Cloud border city. Beast tides that appeared in all border areas of the Great Xia dynasty. All retreated when their respective reinforcements arrived. Just like discussing in advance. Watching this scene, Wang Xuanyi frowned slightly. Thought of something. That figure in the thunder cloud undoubtedly is an earth demon. And strength is not below these 3 nascent soul stage cultivators beside him. The 5 shape-shifting great demons are not existences that can be handled at will. But why say retreat and retreat? Advanced team. Wang Xuanyi came up with this idea. The earth demon in He Thunder Cloud didn't intend to make a move from the beginning. Even if he used the other shore fairy pupils to seal for a moment. The other party didn't rush up to fight. But that is not right. If it really is an advanced team, they shouldn't retreat so sloppily. They should take the opportunity to figure out the defensive power of the Black Cloud border city. Provide sufficient intelligence for the follow-up army. And, as soon as the 3 nascent soul cultivators arrived at the scene, the other side retreated. Could it be? Evolve the heavenly eye that sees through everything. Wang Xuanyi looked at the monster army escaping in the distance. His face became heavy. If it is really like this, then for the human race, it is not a good thing. In the original book, the human and demon 2 races will break out an unprecedented war in the future. In the end, both sides paid a heavy price. Among them, there is a description. A group of the demon clan evolved the heavenly eye. Not only can see through vanity, explore everything, but also possesses the ability to see a glimpse of the future. For the human race at that time, it is no different from dimensionality reduction strike. Of course, the war between humans and demons is nothing more than seasoning for the male and female leads to increase feelings. It is just pulling in the war, promoting emotional warming, handsome rescue, etc. A series of indescribable maze-like operations. Forget it. Anyway, the male lead has the ability to solve it. I am not his father. Why bother about so much? Salty eating radish and worrying about light. Thinking of this, Wang Xuanyi's tightly frowned brows stretched out, shrugged indifferently. He is not an M. Doesn't like being abused. Since he knows his ending, then try hard to change it. Then rot and lie flat. Sit and watch the male and female leads love each other to heaven. Fellow Taoist Zhu Huai, what are you thinking about? At this time, Yu Linglong's inquiry interrupted Wang Xuanyi whose thoughts were drifting. Nothing. Since the matter is solved, I should also set off to return. Wang Xuanyi answered. Calculate the time. The small purple secret realm is also almost over. Should also go back. Little brother, please be sure to participate in the celebration banquet. You not only saved us, but also helped the hundreds of thousands of people in the Black Cloud border city. Even more a hero of the Great Xia dynasty. Please sell this old man a tea. End face. City Lord Jin Sha immediately spoke to dissuade. The war just ended. As the host, how could he not treat these heroes well? Otherwise, it is too rude. Yes, fellow Taoist Zhu Huai, we haven't thanked you properly yet. Fellow Taoist, please stay together. Everyone said one word and I said another, begging Wang Xuanyi to participate in the banquet. Only Gu Hao in the corner was so jealous that his teeth itched. Such a degree of popularity naturally attracted the attention of Jingming and others. After some disciples' explanation, only then understood the whole picture of the matter. Repairing the city defense array, rushing to the beast group, rescuing Elder Huang, resisting the beast tide, no matter which thing, all are kindness to this city. No need, I am used to traveling alone. Don't like liveliness. Wang Xuanyi refused. Kidding me. The original book wrote it. Jingming, this old thing, likes Yu Linglong, this tender flower. During the period because Yu Linglong took care of an outer sect disciple, this guy went to slaughter someone's whole family. Jealousy degree, pathological degree is twisted. Wang Xuanyi doesn't want to stay with such a dangerous person. Fellow Taoist, Jingming just wanted to speak to dissuade. Wang Xuanyi interrupted. Gentlemen, no need to persuade. My mind is made up. After saying that, Wang Xuanyi jumped down, appeared outside the city wall, riding on the back of a green ox, then waved to them with his back to them, saying, Gentlemen, see you again if fate permits. The green ox walked slowly faded out of everyone's sight. Really a weird person. Yu Linglong muttered. Say he is unreliable. He knows formations, can make correct judgments in the face of the ever-changing situation on the battlefield. Say he is reliable. This person's personality is weird, whether it is saving people or repairing formations, as well as treating seriously injured personnel. He is doing it all alone, never relying on outsiders. Jingming watched Yu Linglong staring at Wang Xuanyi's leaving back. His face could not help but darken a few points, then returned to normal. Teased. Linglong, what are you thinking about? Yu Linglong then regained her senses, face slightly red and said, thinking after returning to the Immortal Sect, should I visit fellow Taoist Zhu Huai at Tianwu Immortal Sect? Oh, the fellow Taoist just now is from Tianwu Immortal Sect. Yu Linglong responded. He is a disciple of Tianzhu Peak, Tianwu Immortal Sect, named Zhu Huai. Zhu Huai looked at the hundreds of bottles of spirit dew, saluted and said, thank you senior sisters and senior brothers. Junior brother Zhu doesn't need to be polite. It is us who troubled for 2 days. When Xining returned the salute. The life of these 2 days is very calm, very gentle. Help collect spirit dew in the morning. Meditate in the afternoon. Chat in the evening. Fulfilling and satisfied. Just like pressing the pause button in a fast and busy world. Small purple secret realm is about to end. Come to Tianyun Peak to be a guest when you have time. When Xining said. Tianzhu Peak is relatively cold. There are very few disciples under Elder Mo Yen. Except for Wang Xuanyi and Zhu Huai, there are no other disciples. Zhu Huai smiled calmly, said, "Thank you senior sister Wen for your kindness." Zhu Huai still prefers to stay with senior brother. Where senior brother is, Zhu Huai is where. Then why didn't senior brother Wang come? Who? Oh, Huang played with bamboo leaves. Asked boredly. She is very interested in Wang Xuanyi, especially that aura that keeps people thousands of miles away, like a layer of mist covering him. Huang's personality is relatively careless, but looking at people will not be wrong. Wang Xuanyi respects everyone on the surface. The attitude is also very gentle, but it cannot hide the fact that he does not want to make deep friends with others. This point can be seen from the last dinner. A group of beauties. He actually is not moved. So, Huang is very curious. A normal male disciple, at the age of blood and strong, not only does not contact the opposite sex, instead, deliberately maintain distance, especially his eyes. Can't see any color about desire. Senior brother received external entrustment 2 days before the secret realm opened. Rushed to the border of the Great Xia dynasty to deal with the beast tide problem. Therefore, he did not come to the secret realm. Zhu Huai answered truthfully. She knows every move of senior brother very clearly. So it is. Senior brother Wang. Quite busy. Huang responded. We are back. At this time, Long Zitian and Leng Ningen returned with today's share of spirit dew. A full dozen bottles. Thank you. Zhu Huai stepped forward to collect the spirit dew. Then made a gesture of invitation. Said, Senior sister Leng. Junior brother Long. Food has been prepared. You wait a moment. Sorry to trouble you. Zhu Huai. Leng Ningen and the two were not polite either. Sat directly on the stool made of bamboo. Have to say, this bamboo forest is indeed a good place. The chirping of insects and birds around is very pleasant. Sunlight slanted through the bamboo leaves. The quiet atmosphere is refreshing. Smoothed out all bad emotions. In a while, Zhu Huai placed several dishes of delicacies with color, fragrance, and taste on the bamboo table, making the busy Leng Ningen and the two open their appetites. Zhu Huai, the food you made is really good. More exquisite than girls make. Really envy Wang Xuanyi. Can eat these delicacies every day. Long Zitian said while eating. Did not forget to add rice. When he said this sentence, the originally quiet atmosphere became quieter. Junior brother. We shouldn't call senior brother by name directly. This seems very impolite. When Xining reminded. Face slightly unhappy. That guy doesn't deserve to be my senior brother. Long Zitian said like a person who has nothing to do. Continued. Zhu Huai. Why don't you follow me? Better than following Wang Xuanyi. Junior brother. When Xining is angry, how can someone dig a wall in front of someone else? The other two also stopped their movements. Looked at Wen Xining nervously. Junior. When Xining just wanted to scold. Zhu Huai interrupted directly. Whether it deserves it or not, it's not your turn to say. And senior bro. The Wang is not the senior brother of your Tianyun Peak. He is my senior brother. The big disciple of Tianzhu Peak. When saying this, there was no smile on Zhu Huai's face. The spiritual energy around her also became very unstable. The temperature also dropped a few points. Obviously moved with anger. Long Zitian was stunned. Looked at Zhu Huai with a dark face in surprise. The spiritual energy he emitted was mixed with a strange fragrance. Bad. 2 words have not yet been exported. 4 people, Leng Ningen, who had no time to think, fainted. Only for a moment. A little spiritual energy leaked out. 2 foundation establishment stage cultivators. 2 chi refining stage cultivators. All lost consciousness. Zhu Huai looked coldly at the 4 people fainted on the ground. Said, no wonder senior brother always avoids you. Turns out it's a bunch of scum. After speaking, Zhu Huai put away the released breath. Walked out of the array unhurriedly. Looked at the disciples who had been squatting here for 2 days. Said, secret realm is about to end. The 4 people of Tianyun Peak are inside. Don't do anything too extreme. Dozens of disciples were stunned. Then only said one word. Good. Then, Zhu Huai withdrew the illusion array. Walked to the exit of the secret realm. Sat here, waiting for the secret realm to open. She is not worried that the group of disciples will do anything excessive, and will not worry that the 4 people of Leng Ningen will be beaten to death. Just a little painful. 1 hour later, the secret realm exit opened. This time it is still the harvest season, whether it is inner or outer sect. Every disciple's face was filled with satisfied smiles, except for the 4 who came out last. They not only lost the resources they snatched originally, even the spirit grass and spirit stones they collected at the beginning were gone. It can be said that they spent 7 days in the secret realm without any gain. After coming out of the secret realm, disciples returned to their respective peaks, looked for their respective masters, did not stay here too long. Zhu Huai is also the same. Tianyun Peak. Xiao Hongya held Murong Qing in her arms, looking at the 4 dispirited people, doubting. Why are you all listless? Did something happen? No, nothing, master. Long Zitian answered with his head down. Dare not look up. Xining, master, nothing happened. When Xining also answered with her head down. The more so, the more Xiao Hongya wanted to know. What happened? Huang, tell this venerable. What happened? Why are you all listless? Covered in dirt. Yes, master. Hua Huang was forced by Xiao Hongye's pressure, told everything that happened in the secret realm, especially clearly described the process of Long Zetian instigating Zhu Huai and insulting Wang Xuanyi. Of course, she also said about Long Zetian being beaten. In the last hour before the small purple secret realm opened, Long Zetian was beaten the most severely, hung on the highest, most sturdy bamboo, for dozens of people to whip back and forth. Compared to boys, Leng Ningen and the three were a little better. Just had their storage rings emptied by the group of girls, and scolded for half an hour. On the way back, Long Zetian couldn't take care of anything else. First restored the fat face swollen into a pig head, only then dared to step into Tianyun Peak. After listening to Hua Huang's narration, Xiao Hongye was terrifyingly calm. Coldly said, Xiao Tian, this venerable doesn't remember teaching you the ability to instigate others. How could your temperament be so bad? Actually insulting a fellow senior brother, instigating Zhu Huai to be your follower. What do you take the Tianwu Immortal Sect as? A gathering place for hooligans. Disciple knows wrong. Long Zetian recognized his mistake hurriedly, but what he thought inside was, wait until later. I see if you still have this attitude. Useless. Wait for sect rules. Go to Xianlei Peak to face the wall for a month. Otherwise, you won't remember the lesson in the future. Xiao Hongye said coldly, Master, go face the wall. Long Zetian still wanted to quibble. Xiao Hongye felt upset, waved a big hand, tore the space, sent him directly to Xianlei Peak. Long Zetian looked at the purple profound thunder permeating the sky. The whole person was dumbfounded. He didn't expect Master would be so decisive. Inner hatred for Wang Xuanyi and Zhu Huai rose to another level. Originally, he only treated Wang Xuanyi as a small trial for Tianwu Immortal Sect. Decided to torture him before killing him. Now good. Just torture is not enough. Among all the enemies met in the previous life, you are the weakest one. Can make me so angry in this life. Good. Then don't blame me for being ruthless. Ningen, Xining, Hua Huang, follow this venerable to Tianzhu Peak to apologize. Xiao Hongye said coldly, her disciples are not allowed to have any people with bad influences. Even if the talent is excellent, it won't work either. Yes, the three people's response sound was very small. A flash of awkwardness appeared on their faces, although it wasn't the three of them who caused the trouble, but as senior sisters of Long Zetian, did not teach their own junior brother well. Also accomplices. After speaking, Xiao Hongye looked at the three, held Murong Qing and flew in the direction of Tianzhu Peak. Leng Ningen and the three followed closely behind. Tianzhu Peak. Xian Yi, you enlightened today. You said this as if I am a stupid egg without wisdom. You have quite a lot of self-awareness. Old geezer, am I too spoiled for you? After a while, sorry grandpa, I know I was wrong. Wang Xuanyi touched his cheek swollen into a pig's head face. Extremely wronged. Mo Yen exhaled at his fist, took out a rag and wiped it brightly, looked at Wang Xuanyi, said, little rabbit cub, fighting with your grandpa. You are still a few hundred years early. No, have the ability not to use your fist. Just after this sentence was exported, time passed for another while. Sorry grandpa, I shouldn't have no respect for elders, young and small, spitting out words that are dirty, not respecting the elderly. Beg you to forgive me. Wang Xuanyi apologized sincerely, face even more swollen. No mistakes NCH. Ange, goodness is great. Mo Yen wiped his other fist, repeating the previous action, until it emitted an oily luster. Only then did he stop. No, we agreed not to use fists. You don't play fair. Wang Xuanyi knew he was wrong, but he won't change. He will do it again next time. I am your grandfather, and also your master. How I beat you is up to me. Mo Yen retorted. Oh, now Wang Xuanyi was obedient. Getting beaten twice for no reason. How wronged he is. Write it down in the little notebook. Wait until the old man is old and snatch his medical insurance card. Master, senior brother, I'm back. At this moment, Zhu Huai stepped with small footsteps into the bamboo forest. From a long distance away, she heard the conversation between the two, saw the senior brother with a face swollen like a pig's head, and Mo Yan's expression of, what can you do about it? The grandfather and grandson were no different from usual. Zhu Huai had seen enough, chuckled twice. Only then did she appear before them. Come, sit here and eat. Your senior brother made so many delicious things for you, just waiting for you to come back. Mo Yan hurriedly greeted Zhu Huai to come over. Thank you, master. Zhu Huai was not polite either, and did not need redundant etiquette. Sat down directly. Come, taste the garlic shrimp made by senior brother. It's super fragrant. As he said, Wang Xuanyi personally peeled the shrimp shells, and casually placed them in Zhu Huai's bowl, then picked up a few pieces of sweet and sour pork ribs and put them in. Here, there is no distinction between inner and outer sects, only senior brother and junior brother, home and family. Good, I will eat more. Zhu Huai likes this kind of plain and happy life. Of course, every day with senior brother is like this. She had already thought it through. When she finds a technique that can suppress the peach blossom eyes, she will immediately take senior brother, to avoid happiness being snatched by others. However, the warm scene only lasted for a while. People from Tianyun Peak came. Xiao Hongye brought 4 disciples to the bamboo forest, happened to see the 3 master and disciples dining, laughing and talking. Very warm. Originally she didn't want to disturb, but didn't expect Murong Qing Qing to shout "Big brother" after seeing Wang Xuanyi, and ran over kicking her little legs. Where did is little brat come from? Big brother, I am Qinger. You saved my life. Can you give me this to eat? Hey, don't reach out. Hey, why are you sitting on my lap? Hey, don't wipe your hands randomly. Sounds of Wang Xuanyi and Murong Qing came from the bamboo forest. Xiao Hongye also sighed helplessly, turned around and prepared to wait for the other party to finish eating before coming back. Senior sister Xiao, since you are here, let's drink a cup of tea before leaving. In the distance, came Mo Yan's voice, already discovered by someone. Then what else can be done? Sorry for the disturbance, Xiao Hongye said embarrassedly, then took Leng Ningen and the three to the stone table in the bamboo forest. Please sit. Mo Yan waved his hand. A chair, and 4 small stools appeared beside the dining table. Wang Xuanyi and Zhu Huai tactfully moved to the side. Sorry for the trouble. Xiao Hongye sat down. Leng Ningen and the three stood behind her with their heads down. This is, Mo Yan was puzzled. Xiao Hongye explained. The 3 of them made a mistake. I brought them here to apologize. As soon as this was said, the whole scene was quiet. What do you mean? Mo Yan inquired. Although Tianzhu Peak and Tianyun Peak are neighbors, the exchanges between the two are very few. There is no deep hatred. Where does the apology come from? Could it be that in the small purple secret realm, Zhu Huai and Leng Ningen and the others had a conflict? Zhu Huai stopped her movements, stood up and looked at the 2 elders, saluted and said, Master, Senior Aunt, can I explain? This scene made Wang Xuanyi a bit confused. What's going on? Was junior brother really bullied by those old women from Tianyun Peak? Better to have the parties involved, Xiao Hongye said, but her gaze looked at Wang Xuanyi who was feeding the baby. Speaking of which, it is strange. Murong Qing is really not restless in Wang Xuanyi's arms, quietly, like a cute little white rabbit. When senior sister Leng and the others were in the secret realm, they aroused public anger due to junior brother Long's robbery. In a hurry, they strayed into my array. Due to the friendship between the 2 peaks, I helped senior sister Leng and the others. Junior brother Long not only did not thank me, instead, he insulted my senior brother. In a fit of anger, I drugged the 4 of them, and withdrew the array. Let them fend for themselves. Zhu Huai accurately stated everything, and then added, senior sister Leng and the others are not at fault. Wang Xuanyi was puzzled. How did this involve himself? But forget it. As long as junior sister didn't suffer a loss. By the way, Wang Xuanyi always knew that Zhu Huai was a woman, and also knew what she looked like, just never exposed it. After listening to Zhu Huai's description, Mo Yan frowned, took a look at Leng Ningen and the 3, finally handed the right to choose to Wang Xuanyi, inquired, Xian Yi, what do you think? Nothing much to think. Scolded is scolded. I won't lose a piece of meat. Wang Xuanyi shrugged indifferently. He understood Grandpa's difficulty, and didn't want to have too much entanglement with Tianyun Peak. Nor did he want to lose his life because of one sentence. Could only choose to ignore. Wang Xuanyi interrupted immediately. Senior Aunt, children want to own everything. They encounter that is good. This is normal. Don't blame yourself because of a few sentences. Don't know why. Hearing these words from Xian Yi's mouth felt particularly unpleasant, especially Leng Ningen and the 3. Shamefully blushed. Leng Ningen and Wen Xining are older than Wang Xuanyi, yet they don't understand this truth. Hua Huang and Long Zitian are the same age as him but don't know it themselves. This is the gap. Hoo big brother. What is this? Numb and spicy and fragrant. Why is it so delicious? Murong Qing panted. Her mouth was full of oil.